We are live, baby. Let's get to it. It's the
It's
Ball Don't
first
Lie
week.
podcast. 2-man weaving it today. Well, not today. Hassan and Isaac should be on at some point, but they're running late. So me and Omari are on here. We don't want to start this shit too late because we got shit to do tomorrow and sleep and all that. So,
Facts.
where do you want to start with? I want to wait for these guys to do the awards, but we can talk about. You can pull out the stats from last week from NFL.
NFL. All right, yeah, we can start with these recaps. All right, let me
We'll see how everyone did.
I got Infinity Money.
It's got to be our theme song.
Oh God! Let me open these docs up.
Can I share the link anywhere? Can I? Oh no, I can share it through Messenger, but I'm just gonna post it on Twitter. Well, share the screen once you get it up, and then I'll put it.
When I share my screen, can you only see my screen, or you can't see my video still?
What do you mean your video?
Like my camera.
Yeah, you can see both.
Oh, okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go over the recap first because that's not really, we just want to brag to see who's up right now, and then we'll get to the picks, and then we'll do the award predictions at the very end.
All right. So let's see. First game. Wait, let me put. I don't even know who won.
Broncos. Broncos Chiefs. Oh, that was Thursday. That was Thursday
game. Yeah,
I was confused.
So give me a second.
Oh, those are just the picks. Okay.
Oh, Hassan's asking for a link.
It's in the chat.
Yeah, I know he's dope, dude. You know how many times it's off note, but every time we go somewhere, he always asks me for the address to the place or a link for the GPS. I'm like, bro, you can just go on your GPS and look it up.
It's like, bro, you coming to my house? Like, what are you talking about? He's stalling. It's all good. It gives you some time. I could pull out the winners over here too.
No, I got it here.
All right.
So, what week was it? 6?
Yeah, it's week 6, and we're going to week 7.
All right, so we
Chiefs
got the Titans here first,
huh?
Oh, yeah, Chiefs won Thursday. We knew that.
But yeah, we didn't pick that, but we would have picked that.
So everybody unanimously picked the Ravens. That's an easy one.
Good. That was a good London game. They almost lost, but Malik Willis came in there and didn't know how to throw the ball. So,
oh God, dude, bro, he didn't know how to fucking give it away.
Yeah,
he just couldn't throw it out. I've never seen somebody allergic to throwing the ball out.
It's crazy. It's gonna be rough for them if Tannehill will miss, but I don't remember who they're playing this week. Maybe they're on bye. If they're on bye, they should feel blessed. Let me see.
Dolphins, everybody got that.
I think they're on bye, bro. They got bailed this week because Malik Willis, you would have for sure lost. Unfortunately, unless you're playing one of the worst teams.
No, for real. All right, let's see. So we all got the Dolphins. That was a free pick, pretty much.
Nice.
So then this one, Huss took the Saints by himself, and he was wrong. So the Texans won 13-20. I don't even think I watched that game much.
It's crazy because the Saints just played. I was like, what do you like? This feels
right?
a long ago. Yeah, even though they just got, I don't want to say smacked. They made it competitive at the end, but they were getting smacked most of the game.
That's when Kamara was cooking.
Who was cooking? Kamara? Oh, yeah.
He's looking good in his return.
I think it's mostly Derek Carr just not being able to connect with his receivers, to be honest. Him and Olave got beef.
He can literally only throw 10 yards to Kamara, and that's it.
Yeah, then check down.
He was getting more targets than anybody else.
I'm pretty sure I saw a stat that he has 20 more targets than any other running back, and he got suspended for 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's not even that's crazy. All right, so the Commanders and Falcons, we all got this wrong.
Who got
cooked? Get on my face.
ATL. Wow. Why do we believe in Desmond Ridder? I don't think we did. I think we believed in the defense.
Yeah, I thought the Commanders' defense would do a better job, just considering their Falcons passing game is so weak. But I honestly didn't watch the game, so I have no idea how they lost. I'm trying to Do you know about anything about this game? You watch it at all?
Desmond Ritter's bad. That's all I'll say.
Facts.
He's not him. I mean, Sam Howell, like he's also not great, but he's doing a better job than Desmond Ritter. I don't want to say he got more weapons. Drake London, they're kind of forced to throw the ball because everyone knows they're going to run it through Bijan, and so like their passing is increasing. Like Kyle Pitts, Drake London have been doing better recently, but it's just kind of like in real NFL, it's not working. But because it's just they're throwing when they're down already, hella. So
yeah, Jonathan Smith keeps getting mad targets too. They're doing like a 2 tight end scheme, like.
Yeah, the offense is ugly, man. Like that's all I'll say. I don't blame you for not watching the game because Atlanta. I don't know. There's not other than Bijan. Like, what are you watching there? There's nothing.
Yeah, there was I forgot what time was this game at. Let's see.
It was a 10 a.m. game.
Sure. I wasn't there.
And it was one of the worst ones for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was like. But all right, let's see. Jags and Colts. Oh, we did that one already. No, we didn't do that one. I just wrote it down. Yeah, Jags and Colts. I feel like the Colts are just, considering Anthony Richardson is hurt, they're going to be pretty limited from here on out.
Yeah, he's on IR, and he might miss the whole year.
Yeah, I think he is for sure. I think he's already like getting surgery or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, they're cooked pretty much. I hope they just run the ball a lot. Gets that all the touches.
They got 2 good running backs, so
yeah,
they're gonna have to, or they should.
I've been thinking, I'm like, they are still giving him many touches. I'm hoping that they like want to trade him or something.
Who, Moss?
Try to get good value. Yeah.
I think they're going to split the backfield, to be honest. I think like it's going to be like a 60-40 split with like Taylor getting 60 eventually. I think both of them will be viable because if Anthony Richardson was there, I would agree with you. But without him there, like they're going to need those running backs to win games. Like Minshew, he throws a lot of passes that could be picked. He just kind of got lucky with them where like the defenders just can't hold on to them. So he's looking better than he really is, I think. Oh, the boy's here.
Who, Hassan?
Look who's finally here, baby.
Yeah, late appearance, but I'm here.
Better late than never.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Never late is better.
What are we on?
How are we going to jump you? Okay. We going over the picks right now.
What was your record?
We're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
We're just talking about Jags and Colts right now. We're just talking about how your boy Anthony Richardson got cooked. He's done for.
Oh. Well, I mean, good for them. They can get another pick, a high pick, work for next year because they weren't going to win anything this year either way. So
you're getting cooked, by the way. You picked the Saints. Don't give him a W, by the way. Give him an L for that Saints pick. I don't know why you gave him a W.
Who picked the Saints?
You did, but you were wrong.
For Jacksonville and Saints?
No, you picked. We didn't do those picks, by the way.
Yeah.
It was for last week for Texans Saints.
Oh.
Yeah, you a CJ Stroud hater. We've been know this, so
yeah.
you have to push against it. You can't do it no more. It's
what was the score?
20-13.
What's the Texans record?
3-3, I believe. Let me double check that. They're on bye. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I think they're 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3.
They're good. They're decent.
Let's see. What game was next? The Seahawks in Cincinnati. I didn't want to talk about this.
Who won this Cincinnati one, right?
Yeah. Fortunately, niggas cheating.
I don't even remember too much from the game, to be honest. This one.
Honestly, I watched the whole thing and I don't either.
Oh yeah, I have a big concern about Geno Smith converting touchdowns as a quarterback. They're good at the red zone because of Kenneth Walker, and they have a really good run game. But I don't think Geno has that many touchdowns this year, and I think that's a pretty big hit for the team.
Yeah, he needs to get better at his red zone. Like the red zone offense in general just needs to be better because the receivers honestly only get touchdowns if it's like far catch and runs.
Yeah, he has 5. He only has 5 TD passes this year.
Yeah, like their whole entire red zone offense is just Kenneth Walker, and maybe I forgot who they have a tight end. But
the O line is kind of not helping him. He's getting pressured a bunch. So, I mean, motherfuckers, Aaron Donald's in his face like every play.
That too, but the scheme is just bad for receivers to get open. So 5 touchdowns, regardless, isn't going to cut it for any team. I
don't think it's the scheme necessarily. Yeah. I think it's a mixture of both. I mean, they got DK catching tuds and stuff. DK's
five touchdowns. He's not getting that many. I think Locke has the most touchdowns of the team.
Yeah, he does.
Definitely close. But DK got 2, Locke got 3, maybe 4.
Locke had like a game in the beginning. He had like 2. I think Locke has 3, and DK has like 2.
Yeah, I mean they're just not passing a ton. Let's go to the next game because we're going to talk about the team eventually. We're going to make picks.
The boys finally won.
Who?
The Vikings. They already.
Oh yeah. I told you
They
guys.
avoided.
I don't know why you guys. First of all, Justin Fields when he was in, he didn't even look good. He went back to being ass Justin Fields when he came back in the game. So I mean, I told you guys like we're not that bad. We're not that bad. Like we don't have Jefferson and sucks, but like we were the worst 13-win team last year, and we're the best 2-win team this year. So it's just like
that game was pretty bad in general, though. I mean, you guys look bad yourselves.
Yeah, but I mean, you really believe in the Bears to beat us? Like, come on, bro.
They look good after those first 2 weeks
against the Broncos and the Commanders. Context.
I mean, shoot. I don't think you guys can beat the Broncos or never mind. Too far.
Yeah. I mean, Commanders, I would like not really whatever, but Broncos, we're fucking them up. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Who do you guys? Oh, we're gonna get into the picks, huh? Who do you guys play though?
No, we're losing.
No, who do you play this week?
No, we're losing.
Oh, it's for the 49ers. Yeah, around Monday.
They finna get comeback game done.
You know what? If they would have won last week against the Browns, I could have seen us winning. But the fact that they came off that terrible loss, there's no chance they come on and not ready. Like they could have got complacent, beating the Browns, getting on, only undefeated team. But the fact that they lost last week, they're gonna be prepared this week for sure. Yeah, you can't catch them off guard.
I think it depends on if CMC plays. CMC and Debo, if they play, they'll win. If they don't, it'll be a tough matchup. Because I
just don't trust the defense, to get it done. Even with them, with like Ronnie Bell, dude, our corners suck. So,
yeah, the Niners gonna put up at least. Let's see, I say 42.
We'll get into it. Let's finish these matches. We got a long podcast.
All right.
Purdy doesn't look good without his weapons, huh? I thought Purdy's
no.
That's kind of, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Look at his stats last game.
We can talk.
What's the next game, Omari?
It's the Niners game. I guess we can talk about it real fast. Nah, you a hater, Hassan. You tripping.
Without his weapons, he's not good.
Nah, that's don't. Okay, but dude, like, you can't expect nobody. You can't expect nobody to just.
There's no way you're blaming that loss on Brock Purdy.
Yeah, you can't expect nobody to just suddenly have their 2 weapons just off the field.
Oh, 2 weapons. That's what I said. Yeah, he's made off his weapons.
They played one of the best defenses in the NFL too. They played the Browns defense. Got one of the best pass rushers, one of the best secondaries.
But I thought he's him. I thought he's
Miles
elite,
Garrett coming down niggas' throats.
Who said players aren't giving you 125 yards?
Who said he's elite?
I did, but anyone can have a bad game. We've seen Josh Allen throw 35 picks in the game. We've seen Jalen Hurts have really bad games. He has the most interceptions in the league so far, doesn't he? Jalen Hurts, right?
Hudson's reaching, bro.
I'm not capping.
No, hell no. It's got to be like Mac Jones or something.
No, he has some. He has like some like I forgot what.
Well, maybe after this, he had a bad week.
Yeah, he had a.
Like, it can't be a coincidence that he has his worst game when his 2 best weapons are gone. Like. He's a system guy. He's built off the system. Nothing wrong with
no
quarterback.
Like what quarterback would have their worst game with their 2 best weapons gone?
And their scheme like that, it messes up their scheme.
Carson, you're a
it messes up their scheme.
He had a good game against Detroit. Did he not?
No.
Mahomes had a good game against Detroit.
No, he did not. He had an average game.
2 touchdowns.
He had 1 touchdown.
It was pretty mid. Then he had
a pick.
Yeah, I would say an interception too.
And he had one that was almost picked off and lost him the game, but it got dropped. I remember that. I think it was Branch that might have had. I don't know, but it was a turning point. They ended up punting it, and then they ended up winning the game. So, yeah, he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't terrible.
Rating of 93.8 with 768 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions in 3 games without Travis Kelce.
Thanks. That's not our point.
That's my point. Is he can perform
with a single game. You can't just say one game. Like if there was a few game sample,
one game.
If there was a few game sample, okay, that's his first loss ever. So it's his first loss ever. What do you want to do?
All right, I'm just saying he's not as good without his weapons, and it clearly
showed. What quarterback is as good without their weapons?
I just said are we going in circles now?
Oh, so the generational quarterback,
elite quarterback.
Yeah.
So one QB in the league is better than him. What the fuck?
Do I have to go down a list?
Bro, it's just okay, but you can't take the few games of Patrick Mahomes. and Kelsey, and then compare that to Brock Purdy's first loss. Like them niggas going down mid game, they didn't get to prepare for not having Kelsey.
It'd be different if
a lot of times that Kelsey's been out. I mean, not have
Debo
and McCaffrey.
Bro, it's also Mahomes, bro. We're not saying Purdy's as good as Mahomes. We're just saying he's one of the good QBs.
So
yeah, he's not Mahomes.
Doesn't mean he's Patrick Mahomes. Yeah,
like he could be. You could be
good.
So
who do you
QB and not be Mahomes.
Who do you think he's as good as?
Like Kirk Cousins, probably.
Kirk Cousins is not elite though.
I mean, I'm just saying he was elite. I said he was a really good QB.
I'd agree with you. He's in like Kirk Cousins level.
Kirk Cousins is a really good QB. He's arguably top 10, top 12 quarterback.
He's a good QB. He's not elite.
We were saying that he's top 10. We're saying Purdy was top 10.
Kirk Cousins is not top 10 though.
He's in that range, arguably.
He's not arguably top 10. We know there's 10 quarterbacks better than Kirk Cousins.
Arguably.
Yeah, one of them was Brock Purdy.
I mean, I guess, but that doesn't make him elite.
All right, well, I cooked y'all on this next game, so
no.
That's
all right. Just say he's not an elite quarterback, and we can move.
He's an elite quarterback, bro. He's top 10. Top 10 is elite.
Oh my god.
I won't say he's elite, but you hating on him too much.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying he's not elite.
He's got one little loss finally. Now it's time to talk shit about him.
We'll see when the picks come. We'll see. We'll see how you talk about him.
Yeah, for
right, what's next?
I cooked y'all. I think
Raiders
versus Patriots.
This is the one I fucked up on. This is the one I fucked up on for sure.
I told myself was not gonna win a game. Oh, Raiders. I mean, what's the name? Took this one too.
They were close. Mac Jones just is very bad.
So bad.
Not much to say there.
Also, Jimmy G getting hurt kind of.
Wait, what the fuck?
Didn't matter.
He gets hurt every year.
Yeah. You think he's the same as Brock? What was you trying to say that last game, last pod? He was comparing him to Jimmy G and them, like, oh, look what Jimmy G did.
Yeah, because Jimmy G was good with weapons too.
He's better than Jimmy G. Come on, now.
He's way better than Jimmy G.
I'd say he's a bit better than Jimmy G.
He's not a bit better. He clears Jimmy G.
Clears. It's the same build, bro. They have the same style of play.
See, that's where you lose me. Like, I can agree with you. He's not elite, but when you say shit like he's as good as Jimmy G, you lose.
Hey, Jimmy G made it to the Super Bowl.
If you want to talk about that, that's being carried. But Brock Purdy is different.
Being carried. It's literally the same
because they did it fucking throwing 10 yards every play. Like Brock, but they don't have to. They don't limit their offense. The reason
they won despite Jimmy G. The 49ers are winning because of Brock Purdy. But when they won with Jimmy G,
winning because of Brock Purdy. Really, they're winning because
contributing to the winning.
Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, their defense. Not only because of Brock Purdy.
Get them the ball, right?
Oh yeah, huh? Jimmy G got them the ball too, right?
Not really.
No,
not well.
Good.
He got him to the Super Bowl.
Not nearly as good though. Like they are a good team.
He got him to.
But Brock Purdy's elevating him because he's better than Jimmy G.
Championships and Super Bowls.
You'll see.
All right,
you will see. You will see that he's not.
Would you say that this team?
Brock Purdy has never won him a game
good as
through his QB. Like,
man, can we move on, bro? This guy wants to just fucking destroy Brock Purdy.
I'm not the one who brought it up. Omari did.
No, I didn't.
I'm not the one who compared Jimmy G and him.
We just said he's not as good as him.
Jimmy G got cooked, and he's done for.
Yeah, he's done.
He should be retired.
Yeah, he's done for sure now. Brock Purdy's definitely better than him right now at this current moment. There's no argument.
Okay, yeah, Brock Purdy would be bad on the Las Vegas Raiders too. So,
let's move on.
He'd be getting Tay at least 300 yards a game.
He definitely be getting Tay better looks than what he's getting now.
That's fair. I'll give you that. Yeah, Pats suck. I don't think Mac Jones will be starting QB for next year.
All right, so next was the Lions and Bucks. Guess you the Lions.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I thought the Bucks would put up a better fight, but
I didn't.
Really,
I did.
They look pretty good.
But
the Lions are just better than them. Like,
where do you rank the Lions right now?
I'd say they might be like top 7.
Yeah, top 7 sounds good.
I'd say top 5 for sure, right?
Top 5, yeah, maybe that's what I was just thinking about. Like, where do I?
They're probably 3 in the NFC.
I think they're better than the Bills, right?
Nah.
The Bills look pretty bad, man.
Nah,
they did look bad last game, but I think that's just they
lost to Jacksonville, and then they almost lost to the Giants. Anomaly, 2 games in a row. You can watch if you watch a full game, they don't look.
Bro, remember when they? No, Hassan. Remember they almost lost to the Jets, or they did lose to the Jets with Zach Wilson. We were saying they're cooked, and then they came back and shut the Dolphins down next week. So it's a week by week thing.
But you can't trust also boomer bust though. Boomer bust in the NFL is not the greatest.
I don't think they're boomer bust that much.
It was also it was like raining.
Yeah, the boom was with Miami,
and also they lost 99% of their defensive stars. By the way, you got to take that into context. They lost Matt Milano, Tre'Davious White.
Okay, but that happens every single year. You do the same with the Chargers. They lose everybody every year.
And they suck every year. The Bills don't suck every year.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you can't. Every team deals with injuries, so you can't use that as an excuse.
I can when it's the two best defensive players.
But they're not. I don't think they're coming back. So this is what they got.
Yeah, it is. You're right about that. But I'm just saying, I'm giving context as to why they're playing poorly. I don't think it's like they just started sucking for no reason.
Yeah, no, I understand the context as to why. It's just I'm just basing it off their results and moving forward. Without those players, that I think the Lions are better. They're good on defense now too. Aiden Hutchinson's a beast.
He's a beast for sure.
Secondary's good. Goff is actually really good.
It was like super rainy and windy too in the Bills Giants game.
And
I'm not.
Bills playing snow. What the hell?
Okay, that's not okay. But like they're allowed to not have like the greatest game in the world when it's fucking.
Okay, but they're literally used to it. I mean, Josh Allen's been playing on the same team for freaking 5 years, right? A
win's a win, Huss. A win's a win. In the NFL, they don't look at the point differential.
That's true. A win's a win. There's context in wins, though.
You're not taking that into account, though.
I am, because they're gonna moving forward. They're not gonna have those players.
Not with Brock Purdy, I'm saying you don't take that. Context.
Oh my goodness, they didn't win last week, so
you got us. You got us on that. You could talk. This is your week to talk, if anything.
Yeah, until Christian McCaffrey, his dad comes back and saves him.
His dad,
bro. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey.
They're gonna win this week with Jordan Mason.
Mason's been looking decent, honestly.
Yes.
But all right, next matchup. We got Rams and Cards. We knew what the Rams were gonna do.
Yeah, no. We don't need to talk about that.
Work. It was easy.
Oh,
Aaron Williams.
Kyler Murray, though, might be coming back.
K1.
Kyler Murray and Buda Baker might be coming back next week.
Both fighting for his job.
Fighting for his job right now.
No, I'm not even.
No, they're not going to be worse than the freaking Panthers, though. Or the Bears.
They still might draft. Like, what if Drake May?
No, they're not taking Drake May over Kyler Murray. It's only a Caleb Williams thing, in my opinion.
Drake May's like that, though.
He's not Kyler Murray. Easily the Kyler Murray is him, though.
Kyler Murray's proven, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll try to, like, if they would got a high pick like that, they'd want to get, what's that dude, Marvin Harrison?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
In Hollywood?
Something like that.
Yeah, that'd be better.
That'd be crazy.
Or like a defensive player or something. But the team looks pretty competent. They're always in games until the end, so.
Yeah, I was going to ask right now, like, how much do you think it's going to elevate them having K1 back?
A lot. He's a quarterback's most important position, and he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So they'll win some games because of him. He's proven it. He's shown it last year. That Raiders game was won because of him alone. And he's going to win them some games just off of his production and getting the ball to people.
You think they're going to? Do you think they're going to purposely tank still?
You want to answer that comment?
I mean,
no,
I don't know if I said anything disrespectful. I just said he might. I mean,
saying like Drake, you thinking that they'll take Drake May?
No, I'm asking you. I just asked. I didn't say that.
Yeah, I think that's what he got from it.
Yeah, K1's nice. I'm gonna be excited to watch him play again.
I
hope he does play next week.
Like I think it's close though. Like Drake, just for the contract, because he's got $230 million, and that kind of limits what you can do around the edges. With Drake May, you got that rookie deal, and you can sign a bunch of players. So, like, I think Kyler Murray's better, obviously, but like Drake May's probably obviously he's younger and he has to develop and shit. But I think money wise it'll help, and like I don't think he's like just off. Like he's still one of the generational QBs of the draft. I think him and Caleb are top two easily, and then the rest is kind of a drop off.
You also get picks for Kyler, and then you have the Texans pick this year too. So first round, so you can still like build around that, and then have money to sign players too. So that's an option.
Yeah, they can do the vice versa, where they
doesn't look like they're trying to tank this year though. Looks like they're trying to win games, and I mean bringing Kyler back and Buda Baker back around week 8, week 9. It seems like they're still trying to win, and they'll win some games. So we'll see what happens with that team.
I don't think they're trying to win, but I don't think they're trying to
tank either. Yeah,
they're just. That's good about the Rams.
They're trying to win. They're 4-3, aren't they? Or 3-3?
Who? 3-3. The Rams.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Cardinals. I'm like, what?
Oh no.
Yeah, the Rams are trying to win for sure. They're still competing.
Yeah. Sad about their running backs. They all just got cooked.
Oh, Tyron Williams going down.
Bro, niggas, I can't stand when it's like after the game. Oh, is this a prequel? He'll be back next week.
Well, at least it didn't happen during the game. You would have lost points.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's what's also crazy is he got hurt, came back, and still had a great game. And then after the game, he was like, nah, now I'm out for 4 weeks. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, at least he was a champ though. Finished the game out, but
Plays
I
off
mean,
straight adrenaline.
I think though Daryl Henderson and who's that run the other rookie running back that they have? They have
Zach Evans.
enough. Yeah, Zach Evans enough to
It's gonna be ugly. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a super 4-man committee or something. Like you're gonna throw a lot. I think it's gonna be a lot of Cup and Puka this week because
they've never been built on the run. So
they don't trust any of those guys. Like Sean McVay is definitely like a dude that like I don't know how to say it, but he tailors towards the running backs. We saw with Cam Akers, he just shut him out completely. Brought Kyron in, so I don't feel too confident with what I've seen him talking about it because they're asking like who the starter is, and he's like, I don't know, I'm not ready to that. Yeah. So
I feel like it's gonna be a committee and then 35 throws.
I think Zach Evans will have his opportunity, and I think he'll just take what Kyron had.
Hell no, he's not getting.
It's not gonna be the same production though.
I don't know.
He's not even getting that workload. I guarantee you it's going to be split like 3 ways. It's going to like. Would you be surprised if Daryl Henderson has the most carries? Would that be like crazy?
No, I wouldn't because he was in the offense before. So.
That's what I'm saying. Like it could be like ugly this week. They could all split the backfield.
But I'm pretty sure Sean McVay always has just one main running back. So I think one person will be his guy, but we just don't know who this week.
Yeah, that I'll attest to that for sure. We don't know who it is.
Yeah.
All right. So next, we got
Gabe really
Philly and Jets. Right, yeah, that was crazy. Can't believe them niggas lost. Like, can't believe this dude was crazy enough to even pick the Jets in this. Like,
well,
he's over here trying to get hot
Zach Wilson propaganda.
Oh God. So I don't know.
The Jets didn't even win. The Eagles lost the game. The Eagles is Jalen Hurts throwing 3 picks essentially.
Well, I mean, the Jets defense is really good, so they've actually been really good against every single quarterback they played against.
The Eagles defense was disappointing. Like, how do you let the Jets and Zach Wilson put up 20?
Nah. It's not that, bro. If you saw the game, dude, all of the Jalen Hurts picks were in the opponent territory. So it's like
there's like set up for failure, basically.
I mean, Jalen Hurts, like, I want to credit the defense because obviously, like Hassan said, they've pretty much locked up every QB. But some of the throws he made were like, bro, it's 2 people there. Like, who are you throwing it to? So
there's some crazy drops too. DeVonta Smith had some big drops.
He played awful, but
they signed Julio Jones. You think he's gonna be helpful?
That's good, bro. That's my guy, bro. Shout out to Julio.
That's so crazy.
You actually think he's gonna be featured in the offense, or
he's gonna have one good game and then get injured? I guarantee. He's gonna have one. Oh, vintage Julio is back, like some crazy sideline catch, and he goes to the blue tent right after he catches
the blue tent right up.
I love Julio. He's one of my favorite receivers ever, but unfortunately, his time's come.
How are we feeling about Philly in terms of the Super Bowl and their Super Bowl aspirations?
Well, I think the 49ers are clearly better than them. So,
for real, even with Brock Purdy?
Well, I think the team is good. I already told you I don't think Brock Purdy is the top 5 important player on the team. So.
I thought QB matters, though.
5 is crazy. You going to say George Kittle is more important?
No, I think defensive players are more important.
Oh, like both of them?
Yeah.
But it's like
Trent Williams is a better player, too.
Yeah,
he's best in his
position. No, you can't put an lineman over a QB. That's
hard, though. It's like a whole
different
thing. You got to be big.
Would you rather have Trent Williams or Justin Fields best?
Justin Fields.
It's cap.
I'm serious.
It depends on who's behind Trent Williams.
There's no O lineman is worth what a QB's like a good QB's worth. I know
you have to have a good O lineman to have a competent QB.
Yeah, but you need 4 other players on O line. If your left tackle is good, but the rest of your O line sucks, it doesn't matter. Like you're gonna get cooked anyway. They'll just send the blitz to the right side. Like
I mean, I guess, but still, it's very important to have them there because you can do more things with them there than without. So.
Your O line as a whole needs to be like if you give me the 49ers O line versus Fields, I'm taking the 49ers O line. But just one player on the O line, hell no, I can't do that.
I mean, he's one of the best, like top 5.
It doesn't matter to me. Like I'm not taking Jason Kelce over fucking I don't know Jordan Love. Like I can't do that. It doesn't make any sense.
Jordan Love actually has some.
Like you can have Trent Williams and Mitch Trubisky or the worst starting tackle in Justin Fields. Like what team's doing better? Let's be real.
That's fair.
That's true.
Well, I think he's important to the offense, and the whole 49ers O-line is very important to Brock Purdy's success.
Yeah, like I said, as a unit, you got me, but I can't take one player off the O-line and just say he's better than Purdy.
Understandable.
We touched on this one a little bit already.
Bills?
The Billies and Giants.
We'll get to them when we talk about their new game, but like, yeah, I mean, they won anyway, so it's not, if they lost, we could have talked about it more. I think they won.
Nasty win. One's a win.
Yeah, gotta get that. Yeah, you know what makes me mad? Just real fast, like they were talking about. It's like some people will be like, "Oh, you got to get dirty wins," but then like sometimes they'll take a dirty win and be like, "Oh, they played bad. Like they shouldn't."
Yeah, it depends on who you're playing. You're playing the freaking New York Giants without their starting QB.
I like.
Tyrod Taylor was looking better than this nigga Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say
he was playing better than Daniel Jones.
They played for
Tyrod.
Saquon was back too. That helped them a lot. Saquon.
Yeah. Without him, they're cooked. So him being in the offense helps a lot.
They're an XFL team without Saquon.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All right, so Huss cooked on this next one.
Yes, sir.
I guess none of us
Cowboys.
would believe in the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
They lost by 3 though. I couldn't believe. Did they get to the red zone at the end and still couldn't score?
No, it wasn't. It was Justin Fields. I mean, not Justin Fields. Justin Herbert threw a pick on the final drive.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
Yeah, to Quentin Johnston.
That fool sucks, bro. He's Quan Treadwell.
But yeah, I didn't think the Cowboys were going to lose after that horrendous loss that they had against the 49ers the week before, and they won. So
honestly, it looked like both teams were trying to lose this game. Both teams had fourth down plays that they didn't convert. One, I think Dak threw it in the end zone, or Herbert threw it in the end zone. I don't remember one way or the other. No, it was Herbert. He threw it in the end zone on fourth down at the goal line, didn't get it. Cowboys went for it on their goal line, fourth down, didn't get it either, didn't take field goals. So really, it was just someone trying to lose the game, but Cowboys made more plays. That big play to Tony Pollard was huge for them. Biggest play of the game, Dak scrambling. He played a lot better this game than he did the whole season. This is definitely his best game of the year. So shout out to him, I guess.
Hopefully he keeps moving forward.
I'm glad Eckler's back. Hopefully the Chargers
get a tough matchup
even better.
So
they're just gonna have to have their offense be so much better than the defense that it doesn't matter. But
I think their defense looked good against the Cowboys, though.
Yeah, but I think that was more of like the Cowboys being kind of booty.
Nah, I think it was more both the defenses look good and both the offenses look bad. Like I think both the offenses were booty and both.
What was the score for that game?
20 to 17.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Right. Let me add these up. So I have first off, how many games is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I'm 9-5. I can see it right here.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
8. Wait, let me count this again.
8 wins.
Come on, man. It's the 10. No, not 10. It's 14 games.
8-6. You said he had 9 bears?
Yeah, 9-5. It's the Vikings. They
clutch it also. Yeah. Gabe had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10.
God damn.
It's because he picked the Raiders. He picked
best week. He's not here.
Damn.
Good. Nah, he would have been insufferable.
What I told you guys.
No, he would have been insufferable if the Bears also won, bro. It would have been awful.
Wow. So Gabe wins this week somehow.
It's all right.
We all won a week. I'm the only person who hasn't won a week, I think. Or Bez, have you won a week?
I think I tied with Omari one of the weeks, so technically I did.
Okay. No, Bez won last week.
Oh, I did?
He was 9-5.
Nice. 9-5
I'm the only person without a week. So this week is my week.
This week, here we go. All right, let's see.
Now is my time.
Let's get to it then. Let's get to it because we got NBA awards, so I want to run through these.
I had one more football thing I want to talk about.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Did you guys see the flag football for the Olympics?
Oh yeah,
you heard about that?
The memes, the one where it's like Justin Jefferson versus a Polish construction worker, like.
Yeah. So do you guys think that NFL players should play in the flag Olympics? Or
I think they should let like the dude Iosovas on the Bengals, like he should play for the Philippines and stuff like that. Tua should play for the Hawaii. That's America.
Hawaii's USA. So
yeah, I mean I don't know what he's Samoan, so.
Yeah. But like having Tyreek Hill go against like Germans or something.
Oh, bro.
Honestly though, like it would only work if like NFL players could play for a country. Otherwise, it might be raps.
If you teach like
USA
Jamaicans,
dominate though. Like You can have DK Metcalf all the way out there, just go to the end zone and have Patrick Mahomes throw it to you. They don't even touch their flags.
Yeah, flag is going to be like attack. No, flag makes it more competitive. I think if it's
Yeah,
tackle,
but these athletes are like otherworldly, man, for the NFL, especially for football.
I want to see it though. I genuinely want to see flag football in the
Justin
Olympics.
Jefferson like breaking ankles against some freaking store clerk or something like that.
Store clerk is crazy.
They got to get the rugby players because from Britain at least they might have some decent players. They got some.
Nah, if it's
players
flag,
in the
dude,
NFL.
if you flag, dude, you just go to like Jamaica, Sudan. You feel me? Like,
No, they
them
still
niggas-
can't compete though, bro.
teach them how to play football.
Playing all their lives.
No, I'm just saying you got to teach them how to play. Like, if you train them to play football,
And you still think they will be able to take Tyreek Hill's flag?
yeah, that might be crazy.
No one's getting his flag.
Dude.
No, but I mean, these Olympic runners, like, I guess it's different. It's not just sprinting. It's like,
yeah, there's
lateral movement and shit too.
Yeah, exact timing and everything too. Dude, Tom Brady, I heard Tom Brady and Gronk wanted to, but maybe they're
Wanted to
joking.
what play?
Yeah, for football. Because if you think about it, Tom Brady has everything but an Olympic medal, a gold medal. So when it comes out in 4 years,
Football though, I don't think he cares that much.
yeah, a medal's an Olympic medal's an Olympic medal. We care for gold basketball.
I said, like I'm looking at some of these other countries, like they got decent players. They could field the team. Like I'm looking at Nigeria. They got like I'm not pronouncing these guys' names. I don't know why I looked at Nigeria, but
Jeff Okuda.
He's not Nigerian. Noah Ikbanagani, Cowboys corner. He's Nelson Aguilar. He's Nigerian. So like he gets some.
They'd still get whooped.
They would, but like it's better than fucking a Best Buy worker coming to guard them. You know.
Yeah, that's true. And then there'll be at least a bit more competition.
Yeah, that's why I say it's the only way it works. Otherwise, it's going to be like you said, like just no one be able to tackle Tyreek or DK.
I think I heard the NFL is encouraging players to play.
I mean, yeah, it's a good idea. Spread the word about the league. You know, get it more popular.
Yeah, and everybody in the U.S. just dominate. It'll literally be like 100-0.
No, we need to embarrass those countries so that they feel ashamed and then they come out with some more NFL players
and more talent, so they can actually train and care.
We need like a Jokic quarterback.
And then it'll be like the NBA, or sorry, the basketball Olympics, where we don't send out our best talent and everyone else does.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, because there's no really like international stars in the league, right?
For football, no.
Yeah,
American sport.
I'm trying. Is there even any like international player? I mean, maybe they're not from overseas, but like they have like a last name or something.
That's international football players.
I can't think of anybody like a star player though. Cooper Kupp, White, Jefferson, you know, like all these guys are from here.
Yeah, they're all American.
Now it's an American sport, but we got to get international. All right, let's go through the picks. I'll let Omari write some of them down.
Wait, what the fuck?
You can still continue.
So how many people are on bye this week?
A lot.
Oh shit! Okay, let me do this.
Oh, these are all the people that are playing.
Yeah. All right, let's throw it up. First game of the week. We don't need. Oh, not just me and not that. There you go.
All right. Shall I start? Oh, my bed's in the way. Let me change my camera.
Can I get? Is this better? Or is that better?
All right. I'll keep track while we do this.
Yeah, Las Vegas at Chicago. Las Vegas, 2.5-point road favorites. What a face-off, by the way. Brian Hoyer versus Tyson Bagent at the QB position this week.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about this game. I don't even know if I want to make a pick here.
I can go first.
Please.
I think I'll go with the Raiders after hearing Devontae Adams' comments about being frustrated with the offense and not him not getting as many balls as he will. I think I'll force feed him the ball, which is the correct thing to do. Again, especially against Chicago, it's a get right game for him, and I think they'll win the game because of it. And I think O'Connell's starting. That's what I heard.
No, it's they announced today it's Brian Hoyer.
Oh, okay.
But I wouldn't.
Isn't that nigga like 38?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a veteran, I guess. So
if they're losing, I wouldn't be surprised if they pull him though. Like if they start getting the game off awful, I would not be surprised at all if he doesn't finish it. But
then Max Crosby's still playing too, especially against Chicago. So he's always dominant. So I'll take the Raiders.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders too. I think they have more talent overall. Like you said, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers having a great season. Josh Jacobs, although he's inefficient, he's still one of the better running backs in the league. The O-line just kind of holding him back. And I think Brian Hoyer's a vet, so he kind of understands the NFL. Not a good QB, but when you've been in the league for so long, you can read coverages as opposed to Tyson Bagent, rookie QB. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't even know. He's never been in the league, been in real games. So, they might not have the running backs this week either. Khalil's on IR and then Roschon's still in concussion protocol. So they're based their offense off the run game too, which is not going to help. So they're just going to be super limited this week, I think. And I'm with you. I think the Raiders take it pretty easily.
Mort.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Raiders too. I feel like I can never bet on the Bears again. I can't believe they did it to me. I feel like they're coming back to earth a little bit after their little tiny run they went on with Fields and DJ Moore going crazy. I feel like now that Fields is out of there, I feel like Tyson Bagent. Like if Fields wasn't playing good and they still didn't bench him, it's like what's Tyson Bagent gonna do?
So that team is just meant for the QB to fail for like a long time.
Yeah, so I feel like it's going to be, even with 38-year-old, hopefully he doesn't get sacked too many times because he'll probably die. Probably have a heart attack on the field. But as long as he survives that, I feel like the Raiders are going to take it out.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy one.
And even if he doesn't, I think Aiden O'Connell could go in there and win the game.
Yeah, same.
All right, next game. Cleveland at Indiana. Deshaun Watson is questionable.
Looks like he's on pace to play, though.
He might, but even with that being known, it doesn't look like he's 100%.
I'll probably go. Probably go with Cleveland. That defense is one of the best in the league. I'm pretty sure they're like top 5 defensively. If Deshaun's back, I heard the Indiana secondary is hurt too, and obviously there's no Anthony Richardson, so that'll hurt them a bunch. If Cleveland can stop the run game and Jonathan Taylor, I think Cleveland has the best chance of winning. So I think I'll go with Cleveland on this one.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy pick for the Browns. Even if John doesn't play, they literally beat the Niners last week without him. So I'm pretty confident that they can beat the Colts, whose secondary is bad. The run game, I think Jerome Ford is going to have a big week just because I just feel like the nature of the game, they're going to be up a lot. They're going to lean on the run game. Him or Kareem Hunt, let me just say that. I don't know. Maybe one of them will break out more, but one of the RBs will have a big game. I'm going to go with the Browns here.
No, I'm going to have to agree with you. I feel like the injury to AR really hurts the Colts a lot. I would have probably picked the Colts if AR was in there because at least they would have like a, serviceable offense. But right now I feel like they're just going to try to power through the run. But since the Browns have one of the best run defenses in the league, I don't think it's going to help them a whole lot. And I feel like even if the Browns' offense is a little stale, even if Deshaun plays or not, like I feel like it'll be enough to beat the Colts.
Yeah.
What's you there?
Next game here too.
Buffalo at New England. Who wants to start on this one? Fun game. Pretty hard pick, huh?
Yeah, Buffalo.
You know who I'm going.
Yeah. Nothing needs to be said there, I think. But we said the same thing about the Giants, and the Giants almost won. But New England's definitely worse than the Giants. The way that they operate offensively.
I'll say this here. I don't think I'm gonna pick Buffalo, obviously, but since it's a division game, I could see it being not as bad as people may think. I have
a huge game.
Who will?
Ramondre or Zeke running game.
You think they will, or they need to?
They need to if they want to win. But
Yeah,
I don't think they will.
I mean, they're not winning, but like I do think. I think the defense will do a good job on the Bills. That's what I'll say. I think, they'll kind of – we'll be like, why aren't the Bills scoring? Like, I don't think the Patriots offense is going to do anything, but we'll be like, damn, Bills 3 and out again type thing. So I think we'll see a lot of that in the game.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they don't because I know Belichick likes to shut down their number ones.
But they don't got their number one corner, so, I mean, good luck.
Yeah, hopefully Diggs cooks them and just puts them away.
I don't even know. Oh, who is it? Who did they trade for again? J.C. Jackson. They traded for him back.
Yeah.
Good luck, bro.
I think the scheme is good enough, like even without their top-notch defensive players, to still be in games.
I mean, man, it hasn't worked. I mean, it worked last week, but it was against the Raiders. So
yeah, so we'll see if that continues to go.
Bills pretty easily, but I do think that the Patriots can get a few stops early in the game at least. I think once they see the offense can't get past midfield, they'll be like, oh, we give up.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Commanders at Giants.
It's gonna be an ass off.
I think it's gonna be a decent game because it's a division game. Both teams aren't the greatest. Giants coming off a good week. Washington coming off a relatively good week.
How's look better? So
How like he's super up and down. I think he does a terrible job of sensing pressure. He has no idea when somebody's right there. Like he'll get sacked. Like, oh shit, what the fuck?
at least he throws it far. At least he's not like a freaking check down king like Derek Carr. Like there's no.
He definitely spreads the ball out a lot, gets everybody involved, which for the actual NFL is good. For fantasy, not so much, but he's an open guy, so you want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, like the inconsistencies are just growing pains of rookies in the NFL, like trying to figure it out. So I think he's on the right path, and he's clearly been playing pretty well, like better than what they have had in previous years, showing that potential. So that's a good sign for them at least.
Definitely upgrade over Taylor Heineke.
Yeah.
And people were saying that if he wasn't a 5th round pick, if he was like a 1st round pick, putting up the stats he's putting up, people would be going crazy. Be like, oh, he's the next,
like a Brock Purdy type of thing.
Yeah. Well, not him because they're not winning as much, but just like compare him to, I don't know, like if Bryce Young was putting up the same stats, they'd be like, oh, look, he's so good. Sure. It's just the fact that he's a 5th round pick. So anytime he does bad, it's like, look, obviously he's, you know what I mean?
I think that's valid, like criticism, because you're drafted in the 1st round for a reason off of like potential loan. So if you're doing good, that's based off what the scouting says. But if you're a 5th round pick and you're doing good, you're not supposed to like from what the scouts are saying. So
I just wanted to point that out.
Praised for your work, though. I mean, if you're doing better than what you were originally supposed to, you should be praised a bit more. But I guess you just don't have the hype because you weren't a 1st rounder. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just think he deserves a little more credit for how he's played. But I agree with what you said generally. So what's the picks here? What are we doing here?
Yeah, I think New York's been pretty bad all season. I don't even know. I don't think Daniel Jones has practiced with contact.
He's questionable. Yes, he is not yet clear to play.
So I think Washington is they benched that rookie that was getting cooked, the cornerback. I keep forgetting his name.
Yeah, they did, but they said I saw some reports that he was like getting better in practice, so that's a good sign for them.
Yeah, maybe it's just a refresher and a restart for him. But
he just needs to.
What'd you say?
I was just gonna say, he just needs to just get some time off and focus on his game.
Yeah. So I think Washington's offense is looking better, and the New York hasn't looked good since the Arizona win, honestly, and they shouldn't have won that game. So I think
they looked good last week. I'll say that, but
yeah. I'll take Washington though this week.
That's fair.
I agree. Yeah, I think that the Commanders have just better offensive weapons. I like Dotson. McLaurin's pretty decent, and Curtis Samuel's having a good year somehow.
Howell doesn't like Dotson.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel like as long as they can get their passing game going, I feel like they'll have a much better chance of winning this game. I feel like that's just in general for the team. Like the defense is like decent, but I feel like the Giants have just been so bad this year that like it's not going to take Herculean effort to beat them.
Yeah.
So I feel like as long as Sam Howell just plays, like a decent game, like they're just going to beat him.
Yeah, I think the Giants are going to need a big game from Saquon to win. Him just like breaking off a few runs, just getting more healthy. And in addition to a lot of mistakes from Sam Howell, which we have seen, especially in that Bills game, through 4 picks. So they're going to need I don't want to say 4, but just that type of mistake prone game from him to win. I think other than that, Washington can get it done. They've looked respectable. It's really their defense that's struggled a lot this year, but it's not like the Giants offense isn't anything to write home about. So I don't think this is a good get right matchup for this defense.
Yeah, their offensive line has looked terrible. They had a good week last week, but prior to that, it was been really bad. So we'll see if they can.
The Commanders?
No, New York's.
New York. All right.
Yeah, without Andrew Thomas, it's rough, bro. Like nobody's good on that team. Next game, Atlanta at Tampa Bay, divisional matchup. Tampa Bay, 2.5-point home favorites. I'll start off with this one because it's a difficult matchup to pick. But I think that the Bucks take this one. I think they bounce back from the L they took last week. I think I trust Baker more than Desmond Ridder. That's for damn sure. And I don't know, the play calling for the Falcons hasn't been the greatest. They've been throwing more lately, but it's more so when they've had to throw, not, as part of the game plan. It's a lot of runs. And then when the defense obviously is going to play for that because they know who your best player is, Bijan, and just your scheme in general, they're forced to throw it. And they've gotten Pitts and London involved in the last few weeks. But I don't know, man. I just think that this offense is very like 1980s Chicago Bears, like run heavy. Like it's not a winning formula. Their defense is good enough, but I think Baker is one of those guys that can get some ugly wins. He's shown some good flashes this year and some bad mistakes. I don't know. He's a serviceable QB to me. I think he got the weapons around him and Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. So I'm going to take the Buccaneers here, especially at home. Just knowing the home matchup is going to give me the edge for them. And I'm going with them.
I'm also going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like you said, Baker Mayfield is a serviceable QB. He's actually looked like the best QB in the division with Carr.
Not saying much, but yeah.
Desmond Ridder. Yeah, so I think he's the best QB in the division. That defense is actually pretty good. They just happen to go against the Lions, which have one of the top offenses in the league. So I'm discounting that game. And previous games.
Well, the defense looked good that last week. It was the offense more so. Baker could not connect with like Palmer, Godwin, Evans. He missed all of them.
Those players also had some drops too, so it wasn't all his fault.
Yeah, Mike Evans had a bad drop too.
Yeah, so I think they'll get right this game, and they're at home also. So I'll choose Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't had many hot takes today, but I'm gonna have to go with the Bucs too. I feel like, I mean, you guys touched on most of the points anyway. I feel like when it comes to the Falcons' offensive schemes, it hasn't been nearly what it needs to be to actually be winning competitive football games. I feel like the Bucs definitely need a bounce back game, and they have so many offensive weapons that I feel like it's going to overpower them. I don't think it's going to. And I see that the line's only 2.5. I think it'll be like low key, like a better, like a bigger gap in the game.
Yeah, the over-under for this game is 37, which is one of the lowest of the week. So it's definitely going to be, well, at least Vegas thinks it's going to be an ugly game environment, like a lot of field goals, shit like that. So, it could go either way at that point if that's the type of game they're expecting.
Yeah, I don't agree with Vegas. I think it's going to be, I think the Bucs is going to put hands on them.
I think it's going to be close.
Okay. Well, I'll pick the Bucs here. We'll go on to this next one, which is also a close matchup, but a better matchup. Detroit at Baltimore. Baltimore ups and downs this season, but they looked good last week against the Titans. Better, at least, I should say. And we talked about Detroit. So what's the picks on this one?
I think I will go with the Detroit. I know they're missing David Montgomery, who's been a really good piece for them and has been one of the best running backs in the league, especially in the end zone. But I think their offense is too creative. Jahmyr Gibbs is back. He's still a first-round pick, and we'll see how he's very explosive. We'll see how he can do with most of the carries in the trenches. With Williams coming back too and him looking better than he did the previous week and playing more snaps, I think you have to account for him too. And St. Brown is one of the best wide receivers in the league. Offensive line is really good. Defense is good. I think they're just good in every facet. So I think Detroit, like I said, is a top 5 team in the NFL and will continue to be winning this week. Who's next?
Yeah, okay. I agree with Hassan, honestly. Baltimore's at home, so I see why they're favored. But when it comes to how good the Detroit has actually looked this year, I feel like Baltimore has had its, I know Ben said earlier, it has ups and downs. So I feel like they're a lot more unproven this year than the Lions are. Like, the Lions are on a pretty good roll right now. So I think that considering they have such a good groove and such a good rhythm going, I feel like they're going to have a really good game. So I feel like the Ravens, if they do end up winning, they'll have to have like a generational Lamar type game.
Their defenses look better than past years, the Baltimore Ravens. So it might be a good game. Zay Flowers is looking better too. He's already looking like a really, really good wide receiver. More continuity with Odell and Mark Andrews. So
I hope Odell actually has a role.
He does. I mean,
he's over there.
He always gets hurt or misses time. So I think it's just finding chemistry between the two.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the better games of the week. Two of the better teams in the NFL. Lions playing back-to-back road games, I think, could take a toll on them. Baltimore being back home after being in London last week. I think that's going to swing the tides in their favor. Also, not having David Montgomery, he's been their workhorse. Jahmyr Gibbs is very talented and explosive, but he's not the guy you give like 20 plus carries to. He's more so, you give him 10 touches out the backfield, you give him a few targets, and he makes big plays out of those targets. He's a home run hitter. He's not really
fair though. We haven't seen him in that role. We've only seen it once, but we don't know if he's capable of being that workhorse either.
I don't see him as that type of player though. Like he's just not big enough for that. Like Dave Montgomery's like a big power back. Jahmyr Gibbs is more so like pass catcher, small, explosive, shifty, quick running back. So even if obviously they might have to give him the load this week because there's no really Craig Reynolds is injured too, so they don't have anybody really. It's like Dan Campbell, as much as he doesn't want to fucking use Jahmyr Gibbs, he got to do it this week. But yeah, I think that's going to hurt them though, David Montgomery, because the Ravens have a really tough defense, and not having that big bruising back, I think, is going to hurt them. I think the Lions, although their weapons are really good, their run game is really where they kind of get most of their offense generated from, as we've seen in Montgomery, just being in a red zone especially. So I'm going to go with the Ravens here. I could see the Lions winning, obviously, but I think I'm going to go with the Ravens here. I think that their offense has been clicking, especially last week, Zay Flowers' first touchdown. So I think they're going to have a good game this week and snap the Lions' little hot starts of the season.
That's the first
non-unanimous.
Split decision.
Yeah.
All right, it's good. I was tired of all the same picks, man. Pittsburgh.
This is big. This is a good one.
At Rams. So, LA Rams are favored by 3 points. Deontay Johnson should be coming off IR. Pittsburgh coming off a bye. LA Rams, we talked about this earlier, no Kyren Williams. It's going to be a slew of running backs taking carries. So what do we think is happening this week? I definitely think that the Rams are going to throw a lot, but does that mean that they will win? What do you guys think?
This is a tough one for me.
I think in this one I got the Rams. I'm thinking that they are going to throw a lot, and considering now that they've seen the progression of Puka, and knowing that Kupp is still pretty much back to, you've seen what he did the last couple of games, like he's just back to how he was before he was injured. Like it didn't take him no time. So I feel like they're just going to rely heavily on them too, and I feel like it'll be not necessarily like too much, but I don't think the Steelers this year are like all that great. And I feel like considering their defense starts to play down to their offense level, because it's kind of hard to be out there so much when their offense just doesn't move as much.
I feel the opposite, actually. I think their defense is the only reason why they win games.
Well, no, I mean, I agree. I think that the defense is the reason why they can win some games, but I'm saying that like since their offense is bad, like they get tired out. You get me?
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're gonna be spending a lot of time on defense in this game, and I don't think that they're going to be able to overcome that against a team like the Rams. Like the Rams are pretty competitive, even though they're only 3-3. I feel like they're just a better team overall.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to disagree with you for the first time today. This is a tough one. It's 50-50 to me, but I think Pittsburgh's defense is really, really good. TJ Watt has been outstanding this year, and I think the pressure is going to get to Matthew Stafford. The Pittsburgh Steelers are also getting Deontay Johnson back. He's coming back from IR. He's definitely their best wide receiver. Opens up the floor for them. So their offense should be a bit better. They're coming off a bye week, so more rest for Kenny Pickett and the injury that he sustained. Hopefully they've had more time to prepare for this matchup as well. So hopefully they look more competent on offense, and I think that paired with the defense is going to get them a win this week. So, Pittsburgh.
That's me. I just had to throw a like on the stream with my burner. Yeah, this is a hard one for me to pick, honestly, because I like what you mentioned, Hassan. The defense, they have a lot of pride. Like their offense, Matt Canada's a terrorist, so I mean it's just going to be hard to watch.
Terrible offensive coordinator.
But also Rams not having Kyren Williams affects them a lot, because the reason Kupp and Puka, I mean, they're good, obviously, don't get me wrong. The scheme is great, but having Kyren kind of makes the defense still stay on edge and still have to play the run. They can't just fucking sell out to stop those two receivers. But I'm not too confident with the guys they got now that's going to happen. So I'm a little iffy, but I think just for the fact that they got the home field, even though it's not much of a home field, to be honest, I'm going to go with the Rams. I could easily see the Steelers taking this one, but I'm going to go with the Rams just because the offense You know, in 2023 in the NFL, you need a good offense. You need to score points. You know, defense can only do so much. And I'm just not confident that coming out of the bye week, I know Deontay's coming back. That's going to be huge. But when the play call is bad, when your running backs, other than, well, Najee only, but when they can't get going, it's going to be tough. I think I'm going to go with the Rams here. Very non-convincingly. I'm going to pick the Rams.
I think it's going to be low scoring.
The over-under is 44, so actually one of the decently higher ones. Another low over-under was the Commanders-Giants, was at 37.5, pretty close to the Bucks and Falcons. Also, the Vegas and Bears game, but I don't think that needs to be said. We all knew that was
two QBs. Oh, this is a good one, too.
Arizona at Seattle. DK Metcalf is questionable right now. Let me just make sure. He has a rib injury. Game time decision is what they're listing him as right now. I don't know if that affects. I mean, JSN could have a breakout game. JSN season. He might win you another week in fantasy, bro. You might have to bench it.
Yeah. But let's see. I'll probably choose Seattle here. Coming out for a tough loss against the Bengals, and then finally coming back home. I think they'll be what's his name? Geno Smith will finally start getting end zone targets. I see about 2-3 TDs from him this week, regardless of DK Metcalf being there, because Arizona is not the greatest team. So I think Seattle will get it done this week. Dub for them.
I'm gonna let him change real quick. I'm gonna give my take while he's doing this thing. I'm gonna go with Seattle as well. I think. I mean, you see the line right there, 7.5. Like that says it all. The offensive skill positions, even without DK Metcalf. Oh, there he goes back. Even without DK Metcalf, I think JSN might have a breakout game finally. He had his best game of the year last week, like 4 for 58 or something like that, which, not amazing, but that's his best game so far. So things are looking up. Yeah, Joshua Dobbs, he's done a good job, but no James Conner. You saw last week, they really the reason they were able to stay in games before, like, it was off their running game. James Conner getting play action off of it. Now, no James Conner, Keontae Ingram, and DeMarcado, very mid, as we saw. So without the run game, without the elite QB, I have, they play with heart and soul, but it's just not enough talent.
Can only take you so far. Yeah, can beat the Cowboys for you though.
Arizona has looked a lot better than I thought. When they coming into the season, I thought, no good players, but they play with a lot of heart. They play hard, so got to give them the respect. But unfortunately, talent still matters.
Yeah, Hollywood looks good though.
He might get traded, honestly. But
yeah, they might trade him.
We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe Kyler wants to keep him.
Well, I heard rumors about the Panthers wanting a one.
Yeah.
No, that's good. All right, man. You know who I got. I think that they're just gonna, put
Arizona.
I think DK will play. I think these rib injuries, I've seen that like people like DK, people like Debo, these big dudes. Like I feel like they'll just play.
Yeah, just let them run go routes. That's all they're good for at this point.
But I mean the Cardinals. I do agree with you guys. How the Cardinals have been looking a lot better this year, or a lot better than expected. Not a lot better this year. But they've been looking a lot better than expected. Even though they're 1-5, I feel like they've had so many competitive games against every team that almost every team that they lost to.
Last week was honestly their worst loss. Like that.
Yeah. And so if it wasn't for Kyler's not like, even if he does come back, he's not going to be back this week, right?
No, hell
no. Maybe
next week. Yeah, maybe. I feel like if they had Kyler, I still wouldn't pick him just because I'm going to pick the Seahawks, but I would understand more if somebody wanted to pick him, but yeah, I think the Seahawks are just gonna put hands on him.
It's still gonna take some games for Kyler to get acclimated, especially with the new offense, and then him tearing his ACL and MCL. So
yeah, they're not gonna rush their franchise QB. They're definitely gonna
take him slow. That $230 million.
Yeah, they gotta protect their asset, bro. Especially if he's not studying. Like they better have been during that time off.
I hope he's able to run though. I hope he's not scared to run after what happened, like other QBs get.
Did he tear his ACL on a running play though?
I don't know. ACL and MCL.
I think it depends. If he like tore it in the pocket, like I don't think that'll affect him. I think if he tore that shit on a run play, I mean, I guess, but he's a type of like he's a little munchkin, the way he runs.
He needs to be running. That's one of his biggest assets.
It is, but Yeah, that play against the Raiders last year, every time I think of his like running, that like 12-second play that he had, I don't know if you remember that, like ran this way, that way, then completed a pass.
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. He can win you games with his abilities there. So
yeah, that's honestly one of the like his throwing skills is not elite, but his playmaking, like off script, is top 5 easily in the NFL.
Yeah, ability to extend plays is one of his biggest assets.
Yeah. All right. Next game, because we got to do awards after this. Green Bay at Denver. Green Bay 1-point road favorites. I'm gonna go here first. The Green Bay's winning. For the first time this season, they're gonna have their whole team healthy. Aaron Jones is gonna be back.
He's questionable, isn't he?
He is, but I think he's gonna play.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, he's a hamstring injury, but he was limited in practice, and he's coming off the bye week. I assume that's you got a lot of time off. But even if not, AJ Dillon looked okay last week, better than he has all season. So
I'm done with that guy, man. They need to drop him and get another running back next year.
Whoa!
This guy's only good for 1 yard line runs or like touchdown runs. He has no
looked good last week.
Capability, huh?
No, 2 weeks ago he looked good. 2 weeks ago he played well.
And look, did we win or lose?
Okay, look, Jordan Love threw 3 picks. We don't got to talk about that.
Okay,
shit.
But I don't understand the reason why. I think that he
scored the touchdown.
Yeah, but he had so many opportunities. Like, why is he getting so many opportunities? He's not that guy. I see 3 yards, 5 yards.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy?
Explosive.
If Aaron Jones is hurt, who's the guy? Who are they gonna play? Fucking PJ Walker Jr. off the practice squad?
Man. You throw the ball more. You don't need AJ Dillon. He's not a workhorse running back, dude.
Dude, no one says he need a workhorse
for a reason. And I'm just saying he's not good enough to be a number 2 on the team. I think
number 2.
No, man. Like,
damn.
Who else would pick him up in the NFL?
A lot of teams, like
examples.
The
Rams wouldn't even play him. Right.
He would be the number 2 on the Raiders. The Ravens.
At best, he's a good number 2, and at best, no, he's not even a good number 2. He's a mid number 2.
I don't know why hating on this
guy. I think they need to draft another running back. Them losing Jamal Williams over this dude it makes me mad. He looks good.
That was 3 years ago.
I'm still mad about it. Okay, I'm hurt.
I forgot you're a Packers fan.
But after that, I'm done with this guy, man. He's cooked.
All right. Now that you got your AJ Dillon hate out the way, he's a number 2, bro. I don't know why you hating so hard on number fucking 2, right? Like, he's a second string for a reason. Anyway,
they were just, man. Yeah, go ahead.
I think he was serviceable enough, especially against his garbage Broncos. Like, I'm not saying he's about to be, RB1 for the whole year, but against his Broncos team, I think he could get some stuff done. Good enough to win the game. Again, like I said, all the receivers are finally healthy first time this year. Well, their whole team, I'm saying. Hopefully Aaron Jones plays. Coming off a bad game, Jordan Love off the bye. I think he got some much-needed rest, some much-needed reps with his team. Yeah, I think they're just a better team overall. Broncos are bad in all assets. I mean, when their offense is clicking, their defense can't stop anybody. When their defense finally starts playing well, Russell Wilson can't do. He had 95 yards against the Chiefs. 95 yards. So, yeah, it's just not good for the Broncos. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers. I
will also go with the Green Bay Packers this week. I think Jordan Love will have a get-right game after throwing 3 interceptions. I still think the talent is there with that player. Having Aaron Jones back will help them a lot.
Let me say something real quick too. I was looking at some of the play calls they had last week, bro. They had like 3 guys running the same side of the field. Please stop that. That's why he's throwing picks. Like, I'm not putting the whole blame on the play calling, but like it doesn't help your young QB when you're running like awful plays.
Yeah, the whole team is young too. Like, the Christian Watson throw at the end too. I don't know why he slowed down for the ball. Like, that was just dumb from him too. I don't blame Jordan Love for that interception also.
That was the one pick that wasn't on him, actually.
Yeah, and that should have won us the game. So I think Green Bay is they just have better players overall, and their offense is a bit more competent. Defense is okay. They're just an average team. So I think that's better than a below average team in Denver, obviously. So I'll go Green Bay here.
It's a good point you made. The team's young, because you're right. The whole team is young. It's not just the QB. It's the receivers, like most of the O line, because they're all banged up.
Bakhtiari, yeah.
So good.
And then Aaron Jones is just Aaron Jones. So old man Jones.
He's gonna be out of there in he got a year or 2.
Next year, I think he's out.
He getting all the touches, most of the touches though. He's feeling good right now.
He's still good enough to play.
He's always hurt,
yeah.
But I also got the Packers. I feel like the Broncos are just. If it wasn't for the Panthers existing, I would say the Broncos are the worst team.
Yeah,
but
they
if Bryce
barely
Young,
beat the Bears, bro. They came back in the second half. Like
I feel like if Bryce Young like develops during the season, they'll be a better team than the Broncos. Like the Broncos are just so bad.
I don't even think Bryce Young's. It's not Bryce Young's fault for the losses. I think he's making a correct decision to shoot. He's making Adam Thielen look like a wide receiver one out there.
I mean, it's not all on him. He has made some questionable plays, but I do think, first of all, the receiver besides Thielen, who's not like they have no receivers that can get open. Like Thielen catches passes contested every time. No one can get open on the team.
Yeah,
like
so.
every catch is difficult. No one's getting separation. The running backs are awful. They have the worst running backs in the league. I will say AJ Dillon will start on the Panthers. Miles Sanders is
Chuba Hubbard's better than AJ Dillon, man. Come on.
No, I don't know, bro.
I think so.
I know Miles Sanders is cooked, though. I know Miles Sanders is the worst starting running back in the NFL. Don't even fight me on that.
Yeah, it's actually crazy that he starts.
Miles Sanders?
Yeah.
Eagles finesse.
He came off a good season last year. That's why.
Eagles finesse.
Yeah, I say that's like team. That's being carried
by team.
And they have a great O line.
I'm sure you know something about that.
If he wasn't doing good behind the Eagles O line, I don't know how the fuck you're gonna succeed with the Panthers, bro.
Yeah. So I got the Packers. That's pretty good.
Next game, another divisional game, should be a good one. LA at Kansas City. LA Chargers. Let me specify that. Kansas City 5.5-point home favorites. What are we thinking here? I mean, the Chargers, we know, like they're in every game, but they just are the most unclutched team in the history of sports. I could see them keeping this game close. Last year, you remember what happened? They got to the goal line and Justin Herbert threw a pick six and Gerald Everett stopped running his route. You remember that?
Yeah.
So they always have these weird ass games. I think a year before that they won on a Mike Williams end zone fade route. So Chargers and Kansas City always have close games. But I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I'm gonna go with the Chargers here. I think bounce back a loss after the Cowboys game. I think they're feeling pretty bad about that. The defense looked a lot better though. They actually were able to stop players on the team. No one had a crazy insane game. Tony Pollard played well, but not rushing the ball. He had a lot of receiving plays. So I think they could win. The Chiefs, Mahomes, they haven't looked the best this year. A lot of picks without Kelsey. He's always in and out of the lineup this year with injuries.
Loss, though, right?
Yeah, they still only have one loss. I mean, last week against us, 2 weeks ago, they really should have had another one. But so, the receivers, besides Rashee Rice, I have no hope for these receivers. I'm sorry.
Tony got a touchdown at least. Hope there's hope for that man.
I mean, if you're playing with Mahomes, you should be at least catching a touchdown. But he's getting one touchdown, one catch. That's it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with the upset here.
I'm gonna have to agree. I love the Chargers, so I'm gonna also ride with them. But I think that Eckler being back 1 week, I feel like he's gonna have a much better game than he did last week. He had a very pedestrian game. He had I don't even know 40 yards or some whatever rushing. So I feel like him coming back from injury, he was a little they eased it in kind of. He was blocking.
He also just played against one of the best defenses too.
Yeah, that's also true. But he was a lot of plays he was just blocking. They were using him at damn near as an extra lineman. So I feel like this game he'll be a lot more involved. That'll just open up the offense a little more. I think it'll be a pretty big shootout. But I am going to.
This is actually
going to go with the Chargers.
The second highest over under for the week at 48. So we'll get into this next game, which is the highest. But yeah, this one of the better games of the week. Yeah,
I feel like the Chiefs are they're due for a loss. They're not going 16-1.
Really? So. Yeah, I agree with you. And it's a divisional game. Like I said, the Chargers always play them close. I feel like this is the week they catch another L.
Oh, and didn't Bosa come back last week?
And
I don't know, man. He's always in and out. I see him in, and then he's on the sideline. So who knows?
Yeah. Well, if he's playing, if he plays,
I think that this is the beginning to the end for the Chargers. I think Brandon Staley will be fired by the end of not by the end, half of the season. I think they lose many games.
I'll agree with you on that, regardless of what happens. I
think the Chargers defense is terrible. You're going against Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the league. Travis Kelce's a 1 week a bit healthier from that ankle injury. They're at home. I think they'll just win it. They always beat the Chargers, no matter what, even if the games are close. Like you said, that pick six at the 1 yard line there's always something happening. So I think Kansas they lost Mike Williams, and obviously that looks like that hurt him a lot. Even though having Eckler back, there's always one of those guys out of the lineup. And Herbert's missing some key throws with that injury too. So maybe I think
he'll be a little better.
Bad. The one to Keenan.
He'll be a bit better, but you still have to manage it. And I think you're gonna have to be kind of mistake free against Kansas City because their defense is still pretty legit too. Even though I think this will be a shootout, but Kansas City's gonna win, and I think it's the beginning of the end for the Chargers this season.
That one miss was pretty bad to Keenan, where he's overthrew him.
Yeah,
like that was pretty bad.
I know. I
think he'll have like I think Herb will have a pretty good bounce back just from relatively poor performance last week.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, also Quinn Johnson, man, he's not doing shit. I don't know what I'm pretty disappointed with.
I saw it's a bit of both, but I think Herbert's not throwing him the ball because I saw some like mixtapes of him like being wide open and like Herbert not giving it.
Ain't no way you saw a mixtape, bro. I was like one catch.
Bro, I'll send it to you. Someone said, "Oh, this you can't teach this type of twitch," and then I saw him like wide open for a bunch of plays. But that last play though, he got manhandled. He got bodied for the interception.
He's just like he does get open, but at the same time, like he's not quick enough. I don't know. Like I don't know. It's weird. He's like
targets, man. Like you got to trust him a bit more too.
He's got to be like what I'll say is they should at least give him the jump balls in the end zone. They throw to Donald Parham and Gerald Everett down there. Like at that point, throw to Quentin Johnson. Like I know he's not the crispiest route runner. Like he's not Justin Jefferson. He can't really move people like the other receivers. But he's one of the biggest dudes on the team. Like you got to throw him some jump balls or something.
Give him a chance at least, man.
Yeah, it's like why did you draft him? I mean, he's big as fuck.
When you have people out, yeah. Why draft him first round?
Oh, let me see this guy's profile. He's going to tell me? He's 22 years old.
Mike Evans type B?
Yeah.
It's telling me, where is his metrics, bro? I don't care about his advanced stats. 6'3", 208. 40-inch vertical.
Damn.
Yeah, so I got 6'4". So
let me see a dunk compilation.
Maybe grew. This was his combine numbers. I don't know. Oh, he ran his 40 is not that fast, so that's probably why he's not doing as well. He's a 4.5 40, so
that's the ball though, bro.
Yeah, I mean he's big as fuck. He's like DK Metcalf big. So
at least with the Seahawks, they're trying to get JSN involved more. It doesn't seem like they are for the Chargers with Quentin Johnston. So
I just want to hear the reasoning. They haven't said anything as to why. I don't know if it's because like he's not performing and they're just not seeing it, or if they're just hating. I don't know.
Yeah, that whole team's just dysfunctional right now.
Yeah. And well, not the last game of the week, but the best game of the week. Miami at Philly. This is the highest over/under at 51.5. Philly is 2.5-point home favorites, coming off a bad L against the Jets. But this should be one of the best games of the week. Two Alabama QB, the best game actually. Yeah, but you never know. It could be a field goal fest or something. But two Alabama QBs duking it out with each other once again. Two of us hurts. We love to see it. Yeah, what are we thinking? Tyreek Hill and Waddle versus AJ and Devontae. Ooh, this is gonna be a nice matchup. Who wants to go first?
I think I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. Based off their performance last week and what Jalen Hurts showed, having 4 turnovers, that's not going to happen again, especially with his mindset. I think he's going to come out here and hoop. And A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith also having some drops. That's not going to happen again either. One of his greatest assets is his route running and his catching ability. So I think that's not going to happen, especially at home in Philadelphia. So I think this is going to be similar to the Buffalo-Miami game, but not a blowout. I think the Philly's going to start off hot. Miami's going to have to catch up.
This is a tough pick for me because I really agree with the fact a lot of things you said. The way they lost last week, Jalen Hurts is one of the best leaders at the QB position, so I'm sure he'll have his guys ready to play. But I'm very concerned in the offense-defense matchup. Tyreek Hill against these cornerbacks is going to be ugly. I mean, even Jalen Waddle against these corners. Yeah. But especially Philly, who's had one of the worst secondaries in the league. The run defense is really good, but that's not where you care about the Dolphins. You care about the pass game. So I think I'm going to go with the Dolphins here.
Too, man.
What's up?
So the run's been pretty tough too. Raheem Mostert looking really good.
Yeah, he is. I
he's-
mean,
he's cooking.
their offense is explosive overall, but I think I'm going to go with the Dolphins for that reason. I think both offenses, as the over-under suggests, will be able to move the ball easily in this game. I'm sure Hurts will have 3 TDs, so will Tua. But I think the defense for the the Dolphins is a little more sure than the Philadelphia Eagles, especially in the secondary. They have Jalen Ramsey coming off IR soon, too. He's going to help them a lot, which is crazy considering he tore his ACL in the preseason. So, I don't know. I'm feeling good about the Dolphins. They've been a really good team this year. Their one loss was a divisional loss to the Bills at full strength. So, I especially coming off that ugly game, we all talked about it on here. At least you guys told me the Eagles aren't the same this year, which I agree a little bit. I still think they're one of the best teams in NFC, but I think the Dolphins could take this one.
This is going to be like a Super Bowl type of game, hopefully.
There would be a crazy matchup in the Super Bowl.
I'm glad it's a 5 o'clock game because it's fire.
Yeah.
But
sure.
yeah.
Imagine if we got the Raiders game at 5.
Have you guys noticed that most of these like TNF and SNF games have been like trash?
Yeah.
It's weird. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you should put the trash games on when the other 50 games are on.
Man, prime time game.
Well, I mean,
we have a Chicago and Panthers TNF game, I think, coming up.
When it comes to this week's Monday night, wouldn't be that bad if Jettis was playing. But
yeah, that's just unpredictable. Like
CMC
might be out, Jefferson might be out. Well, he is
that's
out.
Unpredictable, but I'm saying like a freaking Philadelphia Panthers and Bears game as a freaking premier game.
No, they predicted that. They're playing for the first pick. That's what that is. Well, actually, Bears get it anyway. It doesn't matter who wins.
The whole promo is going to be about who's them getting the first pick.
Bro, that's crazy. The Bears are going to win that game, whether they win or lose. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It's a stat filler game.
Oh my god!
All right. So I got the Dolphins. I'm gonna have to go agree with Bez. I think that although Philly is home, I do think that not the Eagles. The Dolphins have a harder offense to deal with. I mean, Tyreek Hill is still on pace to put up like an insane amount of yards. So I feel like he's going to continue doing what he does. And I don't think there's really anyone in the league right now that can really stop him unless you're Bill Belichick. So I feel like they're just going to win the shootout battle. I do expect the Philly to play a lot better than last week, especially. I just think it'll be like a really good game between both teams. But I think that Miami this year is looking a little too different to want to put them on top of, especially since we've seen the Eagles have some struggles. Like, I feel like the Bills in Miami game, the Bills just came out and it's not even that Miami was looking really bad. The Bills
was that week 2? Was that after they lost to the Jets? Because that would make sense. They came out on timing. If they lost to the Jets, ugly opener, and then they came out on some
That was week 4.
Also, they lost.
Oh, really? Who was the game before then?
They beat the Commanders 37-3. And
so they didn't play the week before. They was chilling. They took the week off.
The Dolphins put up 70 on the Broncos. They was probably tired.
No, they was chilling too, but in the wrong way.
Miami's definitely the hottest team in the NFL right now, and I think they're number 1 on offense in like every single category. So they'll bring that into the fold.
But I think, regardless, I think it's going to be like one of the craziest games. The season in general, one of the best games so far.
Yeah,
hopefully. I think the Chiefs game could be good too. I think those two, the last 2 games we talked about, are the best games of the week by far. Yeah. And then Monday Night Football, San Fran at Minnesota. San Fran
at
7-point road favorites. Christian McCaffrey, questionable. Deebo Samuel, questionable. No Justin Jefferson. But other than that, the Vikings are healthy. Well, actually, no. We're missing a bunch of defensive players and offensive line players now. I'm aware of that.
Hunter's been looking pretty good.
He's one of the best pass rushers in the league.
Yeah.
He's him.
Yeah. But I think this is a pretty easy one. San Francisco is better in everything, besides maybe TV. So San Francisco will win this game.
He is a hater now.
Yeah, I'm going to go San Fran too. I think if,
Kirk
like
Cousins
I said.
Look at the stats.
Yeah. He is him. Kirk Cole. Yeah, I think if the 49ers had won last week, I think I would feel comfortable picking the upset here in my heart of hearts. But the fact that they lost to the Browns last week, I can't do it. I know they're going to come on timing. They probably had a harder week of practice and shit. Like I just can't pick against them. Otherwise, trust me, I want to, but not after the L they took. Especially the Vikings won last week, so I don't think they're going to care as much. Obviously, they're going to try, but I think with no Justin Jefferson, it's going to be tough. The only way I can see this even being close is if Debo and McCaffrey are out. Then I think 49ers still probably win, but I think it'll be like a very close game with the star players being out.
Yeah, what was I going to say? I forgot. I blanked out.
I'm getting tired of this whole. I think that the Niners are just going to, give them a good stomp, good curb stomp. Yeah. I feel like they're gonna come out crazy, come out blazing. Especially if they're fully healthy. If C-Mac and Debo come, I feel like there's no way that I'd probably bet my entire house on Niners win.
Yeah, if C-Mac and Debo play, I would too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just. I mean, I know we've already touched on it, but I think we're just gonna. The Niners are just gonna shit on them.
All right. Yeah, because we got. That's the predictions those are the NFL predictions, should I say, for today? Because we got the NBA predictions coming up right here. It's time. I don't know who you guys got, but this was pretty difficult for some of these awards. Omari and I were talking about at the beginning. Let's start off with the lower tier awards. Let me pull my sheet out right here. Let's go with this one because I didn't even remember it until I had to double check. The Clutch Player of the Year, new award. De'Aaron Fox, first time winner last year. Me and Omari again we're talking about this. I don't remember if it was at the beginning of the pod or before, but it's just hard to quantify this award. It's just who makes the most game winners or who has the best percentage in the fourth quarter, and it's hard to predict that. That's not really like a linear stat that increases. You just miss and make shots sometimes, depending what quarter. But what are you guys' predictions for Clutch Player of the Year for 2023-2024 NBA season?
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Oh,
okay. You want to go first, Omari?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
For my Clutch Player of the Year, I'll put Dame Dollar.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, I think that Dame, especially being on the Bucks now, you know how it is when you're on a good team, you're more in line for some awards like this. I feel like, considering they need him to be a closer, and they need him. I mean, he's Dame time regardless. He's one of the most clutch players, and he's proven that through 11 years in the NBA that he's one of the best clutch players in the entire league. So I feel like, considering they need him for that closing role, to be that go-to guy down the stretch, I feel like he's going to, as barring health, as long as he's healthy, I feel like he's going to deliver on that. And considering they're going to be if not like a 65 win, you know what I mean? Like I think that. I mean, granted, they may just like steamroll niggas, so it may not even be that many clutch
moments, for him to turn up in.
But as long as if they have like those close games, I feel like he'll be the one that is looked to go close the game. So I feel like they'll give it to him.
I also chose Damian Lillard to second year thing as Clutch Player of the Year for everything that you stated. I think that they have a clear go-to guy in the clutch. Last 2 minutes of the game, we know who the ball is going to, and we know that's undeniable. He's a killer, and especially on a good team, I think he's going to amplify his games. Like you said, if they're just steamrolling against everybody, then obviously he's not going to be able to be for that. But it's the NBA, so that's not the case. People play up to the level of competition. There are also some pretty good teams in the East. So that being said, I think Damian Lillard will win it, and I think he's been the most clutch player in the NBA for quite some time now, and things are going to transfer over to the new team.
Yeah, I'd consider Dame. He was my second pick. I also had to show some love to Fox. Last year's winner, he's probably not going to win it just because he won it last year, but you just got to mention him with the clutch players in the league. My pick is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I was going to be my runner-up.
Yeah,
propaganda,
I think
the OKC.
It's not even propaganda. He was just runner-up last year.
It continues. The OKC propaganda.
I'll have propaganda later in the awards. Relax. No, for real though, he is their closer. Like Josh Giddey, he's not getting the ball in clutch time. Jalen Williams, he could, but he's more like an off-ball player. You don't want him to create shots. Chet Holmgren's a center. He's a rookie.
They all give the ball to SGA too.
Yeah. They know what to do.
He's about a bucket. Let's keep it real. And he averaged 30 points last year. He's their closer. He's their go-to scorer. And I think if they're going to win games this year, which, as you all know, I think they will, it's going to go through him at the end of the game. So because of that, he's going to be my clutch player. And I do think Dame is a good second pick. He would have been my second pick if not for Shea as well.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I can see that happening too, especially if they become the 5th seed. So
yeah, if my prediction comes true, he will definitely be in there. So
yeah, he was up there in fourth quarter scoring last year, right?
Yeah, he was. He had. I don't know if it was fourth quarter scoring or it was either that or game like tying winning shots or something.
How do you feel about DeMar? You think DeMar will be in the conversation?
I mean, if your team sucks, can you be the clutch player of the year? Like,
how clutch are you really?
10 seed clutch player. Like, what the fuck?
I think they'll make the playoffs this year.
We'll see. I mean, if they're good, then yeah, but I just don't think they'll be that good, so I couldn't consider him. Also, Zach is there. He's got some shots too. But anyway, next award, Coach of the Year. Here's where my propaganda starts. Let me get in my off. I got Mark D. I got Mark D of the OKC Thunder.
That's crazy.
This is the propaganda here. I mean, if I believe they're going to be good as a team, you guys obviously don't because of the talent level is not there. But I think the coaching will elevate the talent level that is there. I've seen it the years prior when they've had less talent. Everyone thinks they're going to miss the playoffs with Chris Paul. They're going to be a bottom feeder team. The year after that, they remain competitive for a long portion of the season. Obviously, there's some growing pains, ugly games in here and there, but he's been very competent as the head coach of the Thunder in the last few years. And with Chet Holmgren coming back, a year more mature for the rest of the players on the team, some more pieces you added through the draft and free agency and these little signings here and there. I think like I said, the Thunder are going to be a good team this year. You know, I don't know, 5th seed. That's kind of like my ceiling for them. But if they're going to be a playoff team, he's going to be the reason why. He's going to get them in the right position with less talent to do more. So he's my number one. I also, I'm going to let y'all get off and I'll mention my other people I thought about. But you guys go ahead and give your Coach of the Year predictions.
My Coach of the Year is Willie Green. I think.
Wow. Interesting.
Zion Williamson will play more games this year. And if he does play more games, it equates to wins like we've seen in the past. I think he'll get CJ McCollum and Brandon Ingram in the right spots, and they'll learn how to play together more efficiently with Zion Williamson on the court. I think Jose Alvarado will come back and have a better season. I think
he's injured to start the year, by the way.
Are definitely the New Orleans Pelicans, and it's based off of the success of Zion Williamson, and if he does do good, that will contribute to Willie Green getting some success, or getting some praise like he did without Williamson 2 years ago. So I think he'll be in that conversation, and I think he'll win Coach of the Year.
Interesting pick.
Yeah.
What about you, Omari?
All right, so here's where my propaganda starts.
Propaganda.
I got Mr. Darvin Ham himself.
Wow, interesting. I thought about it, but I feel like we're too deep to like.
I feel like, well, I put him here. I'll tell you why.
LeBron get more credit than Darvin Ham for
yeah, too. If it was anybody but LeBron, if it was like Jimmy Butler, he'd probably get it. But LeBron is going to be like, oh, he's the coach.
Yeah,
yeah. I feel like people have been discrediting him. You know, I think that his reputation wasn't as good considering the entire Westbrook experiment. I think that what they showed in the second half of the year last year showed that he is a pretty good coach, and I think that considering they'll probably have a jump from being, I mean, they're a 7th seed at the end of last year, but they were like 11th or something before.
They were the best team in the West. They were the best team in the West after the trade deadline.
I feel like them having a full year of this, if they end up, because I think they'll be, a top 2 seed, if not top 3 in the West. I feel like if they have that jump and they're all rolling, who knows if. I do think AD is going to play a lot of games, but LeBron may not play all 65 that, the thing will be required.
Well,
but
he's not required to do that. He's grandfathered in because
but even for like awards and stuff,
I think he might also like surpass. I don't think he's going to win an award, but like if he does, I think he's like eligible despite that because of the thing. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me.
On NBA team, but I think that's all he cares about now and nothing else.
Because I saw Adam Silver talking about like that, and he was saying like we're aware, and like he didn't say that they're not gonna be strict about it, but he kind of said like we understand that players get hurt and we take that into account. So he's like, I'm assuming he means if like dudes miss time due to injury, they don't have to play like 60. If they play 59 games, it'll count. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. The way he said, I don't know, but the way he said it, that's what it sounded like. Yeah.
No, I get that. But yeah, so I think that the Lakers are going to have a big jump compared to last year's standings to this year's. So I feel like hopefully that he gets a little bit more respect, being pretty new head coach and having that big of a jump.
Yeah.
But I definitely see that for your guys' points too, considering coach of the year it doesn't always go to like this, a lot of times
More narrative based,
Yeah, like it switches around every year. Sometimes it'll be, like Bud getting the first
Tom
seed.
Thibodeau, like
but then sometimes it'll
that's
be
why
like
I don't
a
give it
6 seed.
to higher seeds. Like I don't see Steve Kerr ever winning another like coach of the year, no matter how good they play, unless they have the best record, like a 70-win season again. Other than that, I don't think he'll ever win it. I think Curry and stuff will get more credit. That's why I tend to stay away from top teams for coach of the year, because you want to see some improvement from teams and jump from players that show that improvement of the team, and media will grasp onto that narrative type of thing,
Yeah, I agree with like.
I'm with Omari.
I'm
with Omari. Darvin Ham's a really good coach, but I just think the other aspects, like I looked at it as like, what team has the least talent do I think could do the best? Because that's when the coach gets credit. Like we saw last year, the Kings haven't made the playoffs in years. Mike Brown comes in, turns them into a top 5 seed. So those are the situations where I think coaches really get praised. Like Darvin Ham's a great coach. Joe Mazzulla is a great coach, but I think the fact that these guys have all this talent on the team, they're gonna diminish
they're
the vote
to win, basically.
Yeah.
Like exactly. I would have went with maybe Austin Griffin, first time head coach, but freaking Damian Lillard. Adrian, my bad.
You're good.
But you have 2 superstars on your roster, bro. Like,
I put
how much coaching are you really doing? A lot of coaches come in with that.
My other option here was Taylor Jenkins, because I feel like if John Moran missing time, and if they're still good, he's going to get a lot of credit for it. Obviously, we know what they've done in the past, but like even more so this year, losing Tyus Jones and not having Ja 25 games, just the West getting better overall. The kind of Memphis on fraud watch, essentially. Yeah. If they do good with those suspension, regardless, I think he'll be in consideration as well.
Exactly. Yeah, I think he'll be top 3 also.
Yeah, I think yes. All
right. Now the good awards. Well, those are good too, but the juicy awards. Let me say that. We go with 6th man of the year. This one's difficult. Me and Omari talking about this just because we don't know who's going to start. We don't know who's starting, who's coming off the bench.
This is easy for me. I'll start.
All right, Chris Paul, go ahead.
I got CP3 himself.
I knew it. That was easy predictions.
He's definitely the best player off the bench. I think he'll fit very well in the Warrior system. I think giving him 20 to 25 minutes a game with his skill set and his age will maximize the level of production from him. So
I'm trying to feel the cooking. I can't.
I think that he'll definitely succeed off the bench this year, without a doubt. All you got to do is pass the ball to Clay, Steph Curry, pick and roll with Kuminga, a couple mid-ranges here and there, show your clutch ability, and showcase why you're Chris Paul still. And that'll be good enough for you to win the MVP. Narrative-wise, you're going to your nemesis. 6th man of the year, not MVP.
Narrative-wise, off the bench.
You turn up now. You did.
MVP off the bench. Crazy. For the narrative-wise, you're going to a new team. People think you're washed. You're going to your arch nemesis, the team that always beats you. So if you win with this team and find a way to succeed, I think that's good enough for you to win 6th man of the year. Plus another award for Chris Paul too. So
freezing cold take here.
Hot take.
Yeah, Hassan, I'm honestly with you on the points you made. Like, he will do a lot better. You said, let's throw this question up for the viewers. Anyway, I agree with a lot of the points you made in terms of him being able to show who he is and contributing to winning. But I think the 6th man of the year award is like for scores, and he's going to contribute a lot more passing wise. Like he'll average probably like 8 and 10 or something off the bench. And I don't know if they're going to give the love to the point guards who are just getting dimes and sending guys up. I think the NBA, the narrative based
name value.
I feel like he'll average more points than 8, but
I mean, all right, like around 8, like 8 to 12. Like he's not averaging over 12 points.
I say like 12.
It maxes out at 12. I guarantee. He's averaging over 12. I feel like his assists will be higher than his points, to be honest. In that system, he doesn't need to score really. Like
I'm going 12 and 8. 12 and 8 sounds.
Well, off name value alone and wins, I think he can do it.
I don't know. I just think he's wins. Not gonna like his highlights are not gonna be flashy. Like he's not gonna drop any type big scoring games on a regular basis. And just because of that reason, I can't pick him. But I agree with the points you said and him helping the team win. Like value wise, I agree with you. But in terms of the NBA and how they vote for awards, I just don't see that as their, how they look at it. But let me put this back up. My 6th man of the year pick I had a lot of different options. If Benedict Mathurin comes off the bench, he's easily my pick. I'll say that right now. But
I don't think he will.
I think he's easily going to win this award. Not easily, but he's a lock to me. But I just don't think he's going to come off the bench. The projected lineups I've seen, he's starting, and Buddy Hield's coming off the bench.
Trade Buddy. So
yeah, Buddy's coming off the bench right now. So because of that, I can't pick him. And so I picked Malik Monk because of that. He had a great playoff series against the Warriors last year. A spark plug type of guy that can cook off the bench. We saw even he was closing games out for them against the Warriors, and they benched Kevin Huerter just because of his scoring prowess at all three levels. You know, Kevin Huerter's an elite shooter, but really in that mid-range, getting to the rim, that's where Malik Monk, well, he's a three-level scorer, so he can kind of do it all. But I think those type of spark plugs off the bench, they're going to really need him, especially if they want to repeat success from last year. I'm going to go Malik Monk. He had a lot of big games last year, 40-point game in that crazy game against the Clippers where they scored like 180 each. So I just think he had a case last year a little bit. I think he's just going to build off of that.
I feel like I don't think they'll get enough wins as a team, and I feel like he's like a poor man's Jordan Clarkson. I feel like Jordan Clarkson could.
Better than Jordan Clarkson.
No,
right now.
No.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, right now in 2023.
Jordan Clarkson had a better season than him last year too.
They're the same. I don't think he's a poor man's though. Like
I feel like Jordan Clarkson is a better scorer than
Clarkson's on the Jazz though. Like who is he competing for time with?
Exactly. He averaged 20 last year.
Yeah, but that's on a Duke
team.
He? Like
24
I
and
gotta
4.
check this shit.
Yeah, just
20
check right now.
20. Yeah, he did. Well, let's see his percentages. Let's see how efficient he was. 44 from the field, 33 from 3. So mid.
He's on a tanking team. That's why I feel
Malik averaged 13.
Like
yes,
Malik is playing behind like elite guards.
But Clarkson doesn't come off the bench.
A better player.
Jordan Clarkson doesn't come off the bench.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Was he not 6-man last year?
No.
Pulling Isaac?
Yes, you are.
He only played 22. Oh wait, this is Malik. 22 minutes. He played 32. But who was coming off the bench? Wasn't what's his name starting?
Colin Sexton was coming off the bench last year. Which I think is better. Colin Sexton is more of a 6-man, and well, he's worse than Clarkson.
Starting point guard.
It was THT.
Jeez,
that's kind of wild.
It's gonna be THT again this year. I hope you understand that they didn't get anybody.
I was hoping Colin Sexton would be better coming a year off injury.
He's not a point guard. He's not a point guard, bro. He's a shooting.
He's the best guard, though. I mean, like,
he's not the best guard. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Clarkson's better than him.
Huh?
Clarkson's better than him. How can be this?
Well, I mean, before the injury, Colin Sexton was a better player.
I think he was overhyped. He was one of those. I don't say empty stats guy. He had inflated stats. Like
he was averaging good statistics
on the garbage Cavs. Like I don't think he's that good. He's a 6-man at best.
Jazz sucked too.
Who?
The Jazz.
And he wasn't. He was the backup guard for them.
He's coming off an injury. I think him coming off. I think him with the year move off the injury, he would play better, and I think he'll show that.
I think he's going to be buried in the depth chart. I think he's going to be behind THT. I think he's going to be behind Clarkson, and I think he's going to be behind Keontae Jordan.
Like this guy, huh?
I don't know. I don't like him. I just think he's limited. He can't play make. He can't.
Still can score though.
Yeah, but he's even lost a step, and it's like there's a lot of players that can do it better than him, and can do other things. So it's like if he's not scoring, he's not giving you anything. Maybe hard defense. He plays hard, but. It's you can find other guys to do that. Like I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he's not special to me. Like he's not any type of like, oh, we need this guy on our team. He's cool.
We'll see. I disagree. I think he'll be pretty good not good, but solid enough to start. We'll see.
I mean, solid. I agree he's solid, but I still think Clarkson, Keontae, THT all better than him.
Good enough to start, I'll say.
Yeah, I can't do that. Go ahead, Omari. We've been ranting about irrelevant.
All right, so my 6-man of the year. As long as he's still coming off the bench, I'm not 100% sure considering what the lineups are.
It's Derek White.
I got Derek White.
Yeah, I considered him too. I don't know if he's going to come off the bench either.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So obviously this is contingent on if he comes off the bench, but as of now, I feel like he is. So I think that he's such a good two-way player that he's getting a lot of recognition for, and I think that offensively he's been. Last year he showed that he's taken a step up. I don't think he's like a elite scorer or anything, but I feel like he'll average good stats on the offensive side, and his defense will prove himself to be so useful to that team that they're going to be a high seed regardless. So I feel like that'll just give him a little bit of an edge when it comes to being a 6-man. Brogdon got it last year for almost the same reasons. So I feel like Derek White, as of right now, like
Hold
if he's
on,
not
hold
already
on.
better.
Who's your backup though? Right now it says he's projected to start, but I'm not.
Yeah,
Again, I'm not sure. Do you have a second pick that you would like, Emmanuel quickly or something like?
Yeah, I seen that he was like one of their favorites.
He is one of the favorites. I could see him winning it, but I just think their team is a little too deep this year to him like to just go
going
crazy.
Rui Hachimura.
That's a good one.
Chris Paul.
I'm going Rui. Rui has a potential to average. You know, if he averages
on the Lakers meet right now.
If he averages like 16, 17, plays some good defense.
And a cool 8 boards or something.
Yeah, play some good defense.
17 points off the bench.
He could.
Yeah, he's nice. What do you mean?
He's gonna close games too. He might come off the bench. He's gonna close the games though.
17 points on the LeBron, AD led team.
Bro, he's LeBron's.
I think Austin Reeves gonna average 22.
20. Yeah, and D'Lo.
Okay, so they're just all gonna average that many points.
They're gonna score 150 points a game. No,
Christian Wood 18.
I get that. There is a lot of people on. Like, I think that D'Lo's gonna have a good year. I think AR is gonna have a good year. So I feel like it'll be kind of hard for Rui to have enough stats. So I didn't really have a backup, honestly. So I'm gonna just stick with White for now.
You even have Christian Wood on the roster. He's still good.
Yeah, but he's good, but he's gonna.
But he's actually proven over Rui though. Like he's averaged over 17 before.
Stop.
What are you talking about?
That was way back then, though.
No, it was last year.
Wood has never sniffed the playoffs. You saw Rui did it.
I thought you meant him
playoffs last year.
Okay, yeah, but I'm just saying Christian Wood has proven seasons before.
I consider Rui's last year more proven than what Christian Wood's done.
Yeah, he had one good playoff stint. Like
I consider that more proven than Christian Wood.
I'm serious. Rui Hachimura wouldn't average 21 points on the roster.
Bro, if Christian Wood was so good, how come he can't stay on the team?
Because of his attitude, obviously. His attitude.
People can put up with some attitudes if you're that good.
No, but Marcus Cousins out the damn league for a reason.
He's not. He wasn't that good anymore.
He was good though. I'm saying that he's out the league because of his attitude.
Yeah, but he got many chances.
He was good enough to stay.
He did get hella chances.
Yeah, he got hella chances, and eventually, when he stopped being good enough to put up with attitude, they got rid of him. But
I'm just saying that I've never seen Rui Hachimura average 21, 17.9, and 16.6. So
if he was on the Pistons, I guarantee he'd put up.
He was on the Washington Wizards behind Bradley Beal. There's enough opportunity.
He wasn't getting no chances. That's why.
He was on that team for 3 years.
He also missed half a season because his family members were going through shit.
Before that, though,
he was a rookie.
I forgot about that.
No, that was his second season.
Also, check the stats. Right, actually, I'm gonna pull him up. He played a series in Washington. Their only playoff series that he played. He shot 50% from the field, 50% from 3, averaging I think 12 and 8. If I'm gonna look up the numbers.
Bro, he averaged 9 points for you guys, bro. 9 points, 13.
That's on the whole season, bro.
11 as a Wizard, 13.8 and 13.5. And you think he's gonna have a jump to 17?
Yes. Do you not see the playoffs? You're just ignoring that.
I'm gonna say the only reason I say that he
only a few games. Playoffs isn't regular season.
All right, let me read you Rui's number. Hold on. Let me read you these insane numbers that he played with the Wizards. The playoff series. 5 games, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 1 block, 60% from 3. 62% from the field, 60% from 3.
Damn.
And we know what he did this season, obviously. So when the lights come on brightest,
and then what happened? What happened the next season when the regular season started?
He was out. It was personal issue.
And came back. And what did he do?
They play with the garbage Wizards. Now you playing with LeBron.
Yeah, garbage team. You should have better stats, correct?
No, because you're playing with garbage players. LeBron's setting them up for easy buckets.
Oh, okay, yeah, because LeBron's not going to
garbage. That only applies to star players, in my opinion.
There's no way this dude averages 17.
Put money
on that crap.
Yeah, you expect Alex Caruso to go crazy just because he's on a bad team? Like,
yeah,
well, I mean, the skill set
only matters for ball dominant players.
Like what he does. He's not getting paid to score.
Rui's not a ball dominant player though. Like he's not. We're not giving.
That even proves my point that he won't average 17. What is he going to do?
You can average 17 without being ball dominant. Mikal Bridges did it for like 3 seasons in a row.
Who?
Mikal Bridges in Phoenix did that shit 3 seasons in a row.
Okay, but the way that he scored was from 3-point shooting from the corner, which Rui's not going to do.
He's going to shoot threes. He's shooting threes.
All right, what, dude? That's not his
game. 60% in the Wizards run, and what
you said 1 game,
5 games.
In our playoffs last year, I'm sure he shot.
All right, let me look at Lakers. Let me look at Lakers.
Let me know his 3-point percentage
with the Lakers.
As the Lakers, he was shooting 29%.
In the playoffs, he shot 49% from 3.
Okay,
49.
Regular season though, we're talking about regular season stats. This is predictions for the regular season. You think it's going to carry on?
Yes,
but it's not. It's never been proven.
Bro, okay, then you think Austin Reed's going to average less than 13 points next year because he's not going to carry on. He averaged 13 last year.
I already said he's going to average like 14 points a game. I never said he was going to be really good.
My bad.
No.
We forgot you were stripping.
Okay, but Jordan Poole just falls off magically too. Like Jordan Poole is a better player. I mean, man, Jordan Poole has a better season off, bro.
Who said
Jordan
Poole fall off?
Field goal 3-point percentage for Rui Hachimura last year, 29.6 before 33.7.
Check with the Lakers. Check with the Lakers.
44.7 before though. He had, but that was only with 42 games played, 32% and 28. His career average is he's a 34% career average 3-point shooter.
That's good. That's decent. 34 is decent.
Average. And you think the Lakers want him to shoot corner threes? That's his role.
Yes,
well, yeah, he's going to shoot threes.
He's not going to score. My point is, he's not going to score the same way Mikal was scoring.
I didn't say that. I just said
the only reason I don't think Rui is going to be that high of a scorer is simply because of the depth chart.
Yeah, it's not.
I feel like if he was higher, if we didn't have so many good scorers on our team, and he was like the third or fourth go-to, I feel like he could average at least 15 plus. But I feel like
he's going to average like 12, bro. 11, 12.
He might, but
yeah, I think he'll average like 12 just because of how much people we have and how much scorers we have.
Like some nights, Deal is going to cook. They're not going to need Rui. Like
which is fine. Not 6th man of the year, fine though.
Like, I agree. That was just speculation because I didn't know who the backup was. But I'm still stick with White. So
I like Rui though. I like that pick. I was really thinking about him because he's gonna have a breakout season. I think he's gonna do a lot.
Just because he's on the Lakers, huh?
No, bro. Look at the tape. Watch hoops. No ball.
Yeah, I do watch hoops. I've been watching for 5 freaking years.
Clearly, no. You pick Chris Paul as 6th man.
Yeah, he's gonna win games. That's why.
Man, wins don't show up on the stat sheet. Rookie of the year, though, we don't care. Well, actually, we do care about the stat sheet. Who want to go first?
I'll go first. My rookie of the year is Victor Wembanyama. I think has too much opportunity on one team. Yeah, generational talent. Today, I just saw a video of him blocking freaking Klay Thompson for 3 and making the transition dunk. Insane.
Bro, you see that shit he did to Wiggins, bro?
Yeah,
he blocked him and Wiggins gave up on the play,
the player too. I forgot who Reggie Bullock. He nutmegged Reggie Bullock at that height, which is insane.
Oh yeah,
too. Like he's just gonna be a cheat code this year. Everybody already knows it's his team, and the opportunities are gonna be enough for him to get the stats as well. So it's just a matter of
injuries are the only thing stopping him.
Yeah,
he's insane.
I feel like those unicorns are cursed.
Yeah, I mean, he already has the narrative too.
Defensively, bro, he's gonna come in the league, be one of the best defensive players off rip. Yeah. Like he's gonna be top 10 defensive player immediately as this season
I don't know about
starts.
that, but he'll be a top defensive player.
He reminds me a lot of Evan Mobley.
Like
he reminds me of Mobley with a bag, honestly. So yeah, rookie of the year easily. I got him too. I mean, he's a fucking generational talent. Also, the narrative, bro. Even if he scores 18 points, they're gonna make it look like he scored 38. So
I mean, yeah, exactly. Especially with even in preseason right now, the amount of hype he's getting for certain plays.
That's what I'm saying. If he plays semi-decent, like I thought about putting Chet on here because I think the Thunder are going to be better than the Spurs. So like he'll impact winning a bit more. I think they're similar players, but like Wemby, I think he's a better player. And also just the hype around his name, the narrative, like I think that's going to give him the edge for sure. Even though Chet definitely will have a good year. I think. Want to show him some love.
He'll be all right.
All right. While I do have Wemby, for all the reasons we stated, I do think that somebody like Scoot, being on such a bad team, I feel like if you're a hater, nigga. Obviously, I have Wemby, but I feel like Scoot has a chance if he could prove himself to be the like solidified number 1 on that team and average, if he ends up averaging 20 plus somehow, then I feel like
he could.
Yeah,
he'd have to average a crazy amount to beat that
like,
mountain top of Wemby.
I think he's going to be that player that I think he's going to start off the season pretty quiet, just kind of easing his way in that second half, kind of like Jalen Green had, kind of like.
I think Brandon Miller is going to do that, ease his way in a bit.
I think it's going to be Scoot though. I just think you got Ayton who you're going to need to get like you just got a whole new team basically, so it's going to take time. You're a rookie also. I think
Jeremiah Grant's on the roster too, right?
Yeah, he's going to get the ball, also the vet. So I think he's gonna be one of those players that has like not a quiet first half, but just like whatever, like kind of some lows, some highs. But in the second half, I think post All-Star break, we're gonna see the elite talent that Scoot Henderson was drafted for. But I do like that pick. I just don't think it'll be like a season-long consistent thing from him. He's gonna have some growing pains for sure.
Yeah, no, I feel yeah. That's why I mean. I got at the end of the day, I got Wemby, so I feel like he's just a crackhead alien. I feel like as long as he's healthy, I feel like there's when it comes to especially both. Yeah, like Beth said, I guess I'd have to go down the list of people that say top 10. But if he blocks people, like if just off blocks alone, if he could average like 2 or 3 blocks or something, like
Yeah,
I think
that's
he
like
will.
you have
yeah,
to. You
maybe
have to.
two. Yeah, especially if he's blocking threes like that. People don't know the rate. I saw him block Dame too, or that
Yeah,
was
he
Chet.
blocked Dame on like a. No,
Dame
he
or
did
Chet.
block Dame.
Yeah,
No,
okay,
no,
yeah.
he's definitely gonna get like the
Those
fact that
sneaky blocks.
even
Like, they don't know
even
the
if he
distance.
doesn't block players, the fact that he can close out from the free throw line basically is like insane.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
that in and of itself is gonna make him one of the best defenders. in the
Yeah,
league.
these star players that have been in the league for so long that like perfect knowing distances against bigger players that are getting blocked by him just showcases how different of a talent he is, and how like calculating the difference between the two is going to be hard to do for regular dudes.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah, that wingspan is insane. Like, there's not much you can do about it.
And he's quick with it too. He's quick-footed. He's not like other bigs where it takes him time to get off the floor. Like he's there. He's there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's looking real good already. But unanimous Vic pick. I like that.
He's like if you gave Gobert the MJ secret stuff.
Would end offensive. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's
From France too.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna get some water. I'll be back as you say your next prediction.
All right,
I think it's DPOY, right?
it is DPOY. I kind of want to wait for him. Let's see. We also have a bold prediction. Let's do this because I mean I was gonna do this after, but I want to wait for DPOY. So let's go bold prediction. I said just give me one bold prediction. I don't know if you did this.
I do it, but I have to say it after the other ones.
Okay, all right. We'll wait on that. We'll wait on that.
Picks.
Wait on that. Okay. I got you. All right, fuck. Let's go DPOY. We talked about Vic a little bit. Him being one of the best defenders. I doubt one of us picked him. But who you got your DPOY? I know who. I think I know who you're going here, but I want to hear it anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with big man, 70 plus games at least, Mr. Anthony Davis himself. I think that's gonna be this is gonna be like I say like a Embiid healthy type year. You know how he was finally healthy. He finally had. I mean, he won MVP. I feel like it's gonna be that type of season for AD. I feel like he's going to, even just from what we've shown, he had like the 5 blocks in like 8 minutes just last game in the preseason. And I know it's preseason, but I mean, he was obviously putting a lot of work in the offseason. So I feel like barring health, as long as he's healthy the entire season, plays like 70 or so games. He said he wanted to play all 82, so I'm gonna believe in him. I feel like as long as he keeps it up and plays the whole season, there's honestly, it's hard to even pick a better defender in the league right now than Mr. Anthony Davis himself. So
yeah, I'm on the same page as you. I got
Yes,
AD
sir.
as well. I'm with her. I think this is AD's year, man. I think he's been kind of, I don't want to say snubbed, but he's always been in a conversation, but it's just the injuries he would definitely have a DPOY at this point if he stayed healthy for a full season with the Lakers, because he's been one of the best defenders ever since he's got here. Crazy playoff run, leading the league in blocks, even though he didn't even make the finals, or leading the playoffs in blocks, even though he didn't even make the finals. But, like you said, he is easily the best defender in the league right now, especially on the interior. I think this is his year. The Lakers are more well-rounded. So now, before when we had Russ and that whole Russ situation, it was like, oh, AD save us on defense. But now we got good defenders around him. It's going to make his job a lot easier. And just he doesn't have to step out to the perimeter every time, lock dudes up, come back into paint, block shots. He's going to be a lot more in his element. I think this is his year. Like you said, as long as he can stay healthy, and I think he will. I think he gets to 68 games played this year. I think this is his award to lose.
I personally think he only plays good defense in the playoffs when the games matter most. He plays good defense all around the season.
Man, you came today with a Lakers hate agenda or something?
I'm just saying that this is my opinion. I think he plays the best defense. I didn't give him hate. I'm just saying he just plays the best defense in the playoffs.
Sounds like hate.
But never in the regular season, and that's why he doesn't win the award.
So who's your pick, buddy? Vic Wembanyama?
No, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I
think him playing majority of the games. He always has insane defensive percentages, blocks, rebounds, assists. His team is good defensively. With the addition of Dame and them winning games, I think the narrative will be Giannis winning another DPOY and adding to his resume.
I disagree. I also thought about Evan Mobley. He was my runner-up, honestly. He's just
I'm done with the
insane.
Cavs until they prove me different.
Yeah,
I actually think
gotta be
they're
not
gonna
right.
have a good regular season. Like I agree with you with the playoffs, but regular season wise, again, I think they're gonna be a top 5 seed. So in the East, he's gonna be a good defender for them. And I think once they make that transition to him being the full-time 5, he'll be one of the best rim protect. If he's not already, I mean, he is, but like it'll just be better for him in his role and for the Cavs. But he's my runner-up. I think he's a young up-and-coming player. I could see him taking a big leap this year. And if the Cavs are even better than what we think, he's gonna get a lot of credit. It's going to be because of him.
No Jaren Jackson this year?
Nah, bro. He fouls too much.
I think he'll still average a good amount of blocks. I think we all said his role would be increased without Ja being there. And if they're going to win games, he's going to have to help them win games. I don't think Desmond Bane will do a carry job. So
yeah, I just think, I don't know.
Derrick Rose.
Back-to-back, it's hard to win back-to-back DPOY.
Mhm.
Like, it's just
Zeros. Yeah, it is.
Not D-Rose. I also thought, shout out to Bam, but I just don't think the Heat are going to be good enough.
Yeah, huh? Bam is a good pick.
Yeah.
Draymond? Question mark?
Nah, not that geezer.
All right.
All right.
Every time like, I think about Dre, I just think about the when he was hugging Bron after the loss. That's what pops into my head every time.
I always think about
cry,
like that, the
This
meme
dude,
of
he was so
him and
mad, man.
him and Draymond dancing in the club with like this shirt.
Yeah.
Someone's like, no way he got Draymond holding his bottle for
Just giving a refill. See you later, man.
I also saw like the Iggy retiring today thing, and someone said your favorite moment of Iggy's career, and then they had like the Iggy doing like this when LeBron was going to talk to Draymond on the bench.
I remember that.
That's crazy.
Blood on his hands.
Dude, Iggy's funny as fuck, bro. Every time he gets called a foul gets called him, he's like, I never foul.
Shout out Andre Iguodala, had a great career.
Yeah,
maybe he'll be in the Hall of Fame, maybe he won't. But
you think the Warriors retire his number, Hassan?
They should. He won 4 championships with Amanda Finals MVP, and they wouldn't have won multiple championships with even the final run. Him being like a mentor to Wiggins and putting Wiggins in the best position, because Wiggins was definitely the second best player in the finals, better than Tatum, Brown. Yeah. Curry's the only one who was better than him. So, and Iggy had a big part of that. So, shout out to Andre Iguodala.
I remember that moment where he was like motioning Wiggins to come to the bench. He looked disappointed. He was like, "It's like, oh man,
coach of the year,
player coach, yeah."
And, I want Iguodala.
Yeah, that too, man. That one, he actually did it on you guys when he was on the Nuggets. He had this sick crossover against like some dude. Actually, no, he was on with you guys. I don't know, but he did it either against the Nuggets or he was on the Nuggets. But it was just insane crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Iggy, one of my favorite players. That's not like a superstar. So
yeah, his podcast
is easy to retire number 9 too. Don't know why you wore that.
What's up?
I said I feel like it's easy to retire number 9 because nobody wears it.
Yeah, there you go. That too.
Plus, the Warriors don't have like crazy amount of retired numbers. You know, this dynasty definitely deserves like most of their numbers retired.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so he's definitely part of every dynasty win, so he should get his jersey retired.
Definitely.
Yeah, 30, 11, 23, and 9 are all gonna get retired in my opinion.
Yeah,
facts.
Especially 30.
Yeah, obviously, but whole league actually. MIP predictions. This one very interesting. There's a lot of good answers for this one because I think a lot of players are going to take jumps this year. Does anyone want to start? Should I get into it?
I can start since we were talking about a man who helped win a ring and got traded after he got punched and said, "You."
Where are you going with this, bro?
Jordan Poole. I think
okay.
This trade is going to help him be.
I'm surprised. I thought you were going Kuminga. That would have been a good pick.
No, I don't think he'll have enough opportunity to be most improved, especially with Jordan Poole. This is his team now. He's going to definitely take a bunch of shots. I saw him drop 41 the other day. And then
what he dropped today? He shot 1 for 15.
Yeah, and that's going to be the majority of the season, but he's not going to stop shooting. That's for sure.
You're right. You're damn right.
He's going to have one of the biggest jumps statistically wise, which is a huge help as to why one would win the award. He's also a highlight reel too. The memes, baddie memes, will be all over the place this year, and we'll see some crazy highlights from him. So I think he'll take that big jump this year because there's nothing stopping him. He has the biggest green eye in the NBA for sure. So.
Anybody else you considered, Hassan?
No, Jordan Poole is probably my runaway.
Damn. Okay, my runaway. Well, he's a. I consider a lot of people. I wanted to shout out Austin Reeves. We know again he's playing with a lot of players, so I think the numbers might not take that big of a jump. He might go from like 13 to 17, but we know he's getting better. It might not show in the number. He's going to be better for sure. Cade Cunningham. I don't know if he should count just because he didn't play last year, but I see him taking a jump.
He's a top pick too. I don't like top picks getting.
That's fair too, but I agree with you. But the NBA doesn't, so I have to mention him because I think he'll have a good year. But they gave it to fucking John Morant, so
yeah, that was ridiculous.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Like he wasn't the second pick
with Bane on his team too. Like
Bane who took like out of nowhere, fucking 28th pick.
Yeah.
My pick though is Tyrese Maxey. I think
that's what I was thinking. Good pick.
Yeah, I think with the Harden situation being in flux, he doesn't look like he's playing another minute for the 76ers, although I don't know because the trade is going nowhere. Like, I don't know if he's just going to not show up to games. He stopped showing up to practice, so who knows? But regardless
of the last preseason game either.
Quitter.
I mean, he's definitely not playing no damn preseason.
Yeah.
But yeah, whether he's there or not, they're going to trade him, get back pennies on the dollar at best. So Tyrese Maxey is going to get elevated opportunity. His trainer said if he didn't average 25 this season, he'd be disappointed. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm expecting to go like 30 points, but if his trainer said 25 is the floor, I'm going to believe him.
25 is reasonable.
I think he could get to 25, and that's a jump. Plus, we expect the Sixers to still be good with the supporting cast and Embiid, and the credit's going to naturally go to the second best player, which will be Tyrese Maxey. So numbers will go up. He'll be in a winning situation. Better coach too. Shout out to Nick Nurse. Hopefully he gets him the right type of situation.
More minutes.
Touches. Yeah, he's gonna run him into the ground probably, honestly. But
with the Harden trade, there's no way they get a player that's better than Maxey.
Exactly.
And the only player that's better than Maxey on the team right now is James Harden. So like, he has a clear pathway to be most improved. So he'd be my second pick too.
Yeah, I got Maxey for those reasons.
All right. So for mine. Got some more like propaganda on the way.
Mm-hmm.
I did actually pick AR for this one.
Ooh.
You know, I got to make sure because I
thought about it, bro. Trust me. I really did. But I put AD as DPOY and I couldn't do two Lakers.
Now I'm going all Lakers propaganda today.
MVP.
So I'm thinking that AR is the MVP of the league. No, AR is going to be, in my opinion, I know D'Lo is a proven scorer. I know he's a proven player. But I do think that AR this year will be the third leading scorer on the team behind Bron and AD. I think that I know that when it comes to regular season stats, we've seen what he did in the playoffs and in the half season that we had of actually a competent team. But considering last, full season, he averaged like 12, 13 points. I see him being around 17, 18. And I think that jump will be a bigger jump than because I do agree with Maxey. I do agree with Jordan Poole that they're going to have good jumps this year, but they've already shown that they can average 20 points. They've shown what they could do. Maxey Maxey average like 21?
Yeah,
20,
I think 20.
Yeah, and then Jordan Poole was around 22.
I'm waiting for you to finish. I can go off.
I feel like as long as even if they do jump up to 25, 20, like it's a smaller jump. So I'm gonna just have to go ahead and give it to the big jump of Austin Reeves.
Before you go, Hassan, Reeves averaged 17, 5 and 5, or 5 and 4.5.
We'll go with these playoff stats again, man.
In the playoff stats, I think that's what he'll average next year. But I just don't think that's enough to win Most Improved. I could see him averaging 17, maybe assists go up a little bit, 17, 6 and 4. But I just don't think that's enough to that's an improvement. But I just I don't know. I just don't think it's enough, but I do agree with you. He'll get better, Omari. I'm with you there. I'm not going to disagree with you on this.
Yeah, of course you won't, but I will. I personally, I personally think that Austin Reeves will get figured out this season. Today, yesterday, they showed that he tried to flop. Do you see that play where he tried to get the foul?
I'm not taking you seriously, brother.
I heard about it, but dude, come on.
I heard about it.
I saw it, but it's like it's one play.
That's another play. They have
one play.
He's getting scouted now. You can't tell me last year they were scouting Austin Reeves. Who is that guy? Like nobody knew.
Bro, in the playoffs, they definitely were. In the playoffs, they 100% were.
It's too late in the playoffs. Like you can't scout for a guy.
It's not too late.
You got 7 games against them.
Now he's actually on the scouting. What do you mean 70? I mean, it doesn't First off, Russell Westbrook.
Bro, if game
was on
one
the
you
team
see him
for half the
cooking, all right,
season.
you got
Westbrook
6
was
other
on the
games
team
to
for half the season.
look at
Westbrook was
tape.
on the team for half the season. For the other half, it was a new team, and you guys were winning games. What are you going to scout? Everybody
Bro,
was
that's
doing
40
good.
games of film. What do you mean? That's 40 games of scout.
But it's a different. You got your guys' game plan was totally different with Westbrook and without him.
Yeah, but that's still half
there's a
the
lot of
season.
games
Is like
that they
it's
had
like
to
30
film.
games.
Okay,
of
but
him
the game plan's
available.
different, so he's obviously doing different things. It wasn't
It's still
all the
30
same
games
thing.
of him doing those different things, bro. It's not like he's changed his play style in the
Okay,
playoffs
but
completely.
to be fair though, did any team figure you guys out?
And we're good. It's not. There's no figuring out. We're just a
There
good
is
team.
figuring out. There's a way to figure you out. There's no other team besides the Nuggets just being better than you guys figured you out. Is that fair to say?
What does figuring out mean? Like, what you think
Like,
we're gonna just?
you guys are hot. You guys are hot until the Nuggets. Basically,
We're a good team. We're not hot. We were a good team. The Heat were hot. We're a good team.
I can't say you guys are hot. A good team can be hot too.
True.
You know what-
I mean,
you know
we're
what, Jordan
both. We're
Poole?
both.
You know what, Jordan
All
Poole? They're gonna
So,
figure out. Jordan
I don't
Poole
think
this
there's
year
enough.
because
There's enough
he's
of
not
a
behind
sample
Curry
size for a team to make a great game plan against you guys to beat you. And I don't even think the Nuggets made a great game plan. I think they just were better. And Jokic, your guys' game plan against Jokic wasn't good enough. So I think this year there'll be more scouting and anticipation for Austin Reeves. And I think he'll be stopped and be figured out. And I think it's a Jordan Poole 2.0. I think Jordan Poole had a good year that excelled him into winning a championship. I mean, the Warriors wouldn't have won a championship without him. And once people figured him out and actually had a scouting report on him, he dipped and got traded for CP3. And now he's on a new team. So I think Austin Reeves won't have that great of a season. And the play that happened yesterday or a couple days ago is vindicative to how he plays. People know he's going to go for try to get fouls and shoot free throws. And you know how to try to guard him now. You might have to do the James Harden, 2 hands behind your back.
That's respect. But if they're guarding him like that, that means he's one of the best players in the league.
But, you know, even with Trae Young, like, people will get a lot of foul calls, and then the next year that will disappear because of how people play them and how the refs even perceive him. So I don't think he'll average that many points. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, you know damn well I'll be jumping and cheering every week.
The fact that you
think the hate train. We should have a hate train segment of all the players.
No, the fact that you think that the opposing team is going to look at a squad with Anthony Davis and LeBron and say, we need to focus on stopping Austin Reeves first, you're crazy.
Like, I never said first. I just said that he'll just be on the scouting report. He'll be more of a point than last year.
Okay, true. But it's like you got other players to like. You think they're not going to put their best defender on Reeves. He's a good player. Like, it's not like, yes, they're going to figure him out. They're going to know, like, don't fall for his pump fakes and all that stuff. But, like, that's not going to stop him from being good. Like, he can still make shots.
You're still going to learn his moves, though. Like, for sure, you're going to learn where he likes to shoot the ball, like last year, or
shoots the ball from everywhere. I'm
talking about like getting to certain spots or like how he like foul baits. Like, you know, some players like do this to foul bait.
Well, yeah, you can learn that. I'll give you that.
You can learn the way that he plays the game of basketball. If he changes stuff up and proves me wrong, I have no problem admitting that I'm wrong. But if he sucks, you know where I'm at. You'll know I'll be here.
I'm almost guaranteed if there's one player on this team I can promise you won't suck, it's Austin Reeves. Like I can see Rui not being as good, but Austin, there's no chance. He's the one player I can't see.
More wheel spin. We can't spin wheels on this.
Yeah, we can. We could just pull one.
I don't need to spin wheels. I'm that confident. I'll do whatever. I'll go to a
no, but I mean, what would the wheel spin even be like?
Like if he averages less points than last year,
or
if he averages less points than last year, I'll do whatever you want.
He's gonna average 16.
Hey, yo,
that would be my.
How many points did he average in the regular season last year?
13.
Okay, I think you averaged like 14.
1 point. Yeah, I'm going 16 plus. I'll bet you
that. Okay, well, if we can remember this, let's remember this.
All right.
No,
100,000 wins wheel spins.
We'll do one.
All right, man. I'm about to have Austin Reeves again, so you're going to have to do more wheel spins right here.
Austin Reeves for MVP.
Yes, sir.
17, 6, and 5, about to get him first seed MVP. LeBron's going to take some games off. He passed the torch to him, not even AD.
AD's been rejecting the torch for 5 years now, man.
Yeah, Austin said, I'll take it.
Yeah. AD is
you see how our AR coming. His demeanor is number one demeanor. That's a leader right there.
That FIBA was no joke. He was the second best player on the FIBA
team. He was. But Brandon Ingram was also dropping like 8 points a game, and they were losing to teams like that were terrible.
So he's better than Brandon Ingram is what I'm getting from that.
Yeah.
All right, MVP. Who wants to go first? Interesting candidates this year. We could see a repeat. We could see Jokic win again. We could see a new winner.
I'm going.
I think Embiid doesn't stand a chance.
Propaganda.
There's no way Embiid wins it again after that disappointing season. I think people will take that into account. And I think Jokic was close to him last year, and voter fatigue is the reason why he didn't get it. And I think Embiid will have voter fatigue this year too.
So who you got?
I have Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh man, get this thing out of here. You talking about voter fatigue?
That's crazy.
That's a bad pick.
I think so. Just because of Dame.
Yeah, I think Dame will elevate the team and them being higher in wins. There's no.
They were the first seed last year and he didn't win it.
Yeah, but I think they'll win more. Were they the first seed? I thought the Celtics were.
No, they lost to the Heat as the 8th seed. That's how this whole shit started.
Yeah, huh?
Right.
No, the Heat were the 7th seed, weren't they? No. They played the.
They were, but they lost the first playing game.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Well, I think the Dame being there actually helps the media publicity. I don't think there's a world where people will see Damian Lillard as better than Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's meaning that Giannis will get most of the credit for the wins. I think Dame being there helps him statistically in other categories.
Warriors released Rudy Gay. It's over.
Damn.
No. Yeah, I didn't even see him play this preseason. I thought it was just a veteran presence.
Down
It's just like an Iggy replacement. Like, what the
Yeah, but who knows what they're doing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he'll help him in other statistical categories like assists. I think more rebounds. Field goal percentage will be high as well, too. I think he'll dominate in a lot of things. I think he's going to be my defensive player of the year, so I think he'll average a lot of defensive stats.
Damn, he's your DPOY and MVP?
Yeah, I think he'll go
Wow.
back-to-back on that. Yep, I think the addition of Dame will help him elevate his other aspects of his game, and he doesn't have to focus on what he used to focus on, which will elevate his game and make him better than last year. And the media attention is the biggest thing for me with Dame being there. So,
like I think he has a better chance of winning DPOY than MVP. Like that's not a bad pick for DPOY.
He's always top 3 in MVP.
I mean, I can't say it's a bad pick because it's fucking Giannis. Like he's the second best player in the league. How can I say that? I just think there's some people with some better situations. My pick. First of all, let me give some props to the people I considered. Jokic, obviously the GOAT, the best player in the league. Got to respect him. But I just don't know about, like, he might, like, race some horses mid-season because he doesn't care.
Yeah, people knowing that he doesn't care about basketball now definitely hurts his chances of winning MVP.
Yeah, for sure. And plus, I think he won the championship. He's gotten – I mean, if he goes super crazy again, I'm sure they'll give it to him. But I just think they don't want to. Like, that's not their first choice.
Yeah,
Luka – I considered him, but his team is awful. He's going to be bad.
Yeah.
So I just
can't win a MVP 12th seed.
Yeah, exactly. So like I would have picked him if I had a feeling the team was going to be better. But my actual pick is a new winner. Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics is my MVP for this season.
Good pick.
Huh?
It's a good pick.
Thank you. I think similar to what you said about Dame and Giannis in terms of like just making it easier for him. You know, the numbers might go down a little bit, but just he'll get easier buckets. I think he could focus more on defense. He's going to have a bigger playmaking role this year. I think getting Drew kind of takes some off of that, but you still want Drew mainly focusing on guarding the other team's best player, playing off the ball. They traded their point guards. I mean, maybe Derek White runs some, but I think they want to run their offense through Tatum mostly in the playoffs. They do that a lot. So I just think his numbers overall go up. And the team's going to be good this year. I think they're going to be 1, if not the 2 seed in the East. And yeah, I think he's going to have a good year. He's going to get the respect. He's had a multitude of postseason success. I think this is the year where he can win a regular season MVP, granted that he stays healthy, which I believe he can. Yeah, he's my pick.
Good pick. Omari.
All right. So I got to piggyback off this Lakers propaganda.
Oh, my God.
LeBron. No, I was kidding. No. I'm going Anthony Davis.
Wow.
I'm predicting a big.
I can't get behind this one.
Dick Ryder.
I'm predicting a big year from AD. It's not like we haven't seen somebody win MVP and DPOY. We've seen
Hassan predicted it literally right now this year.
It, so you can't be mad at me.
I mean, Giannis did it before. I think 2020.
Yeah, Giannis did it before. So there's no reason why Mr. Best Defender in the league, if he plays all the games and he averages, because he's very capable. We've seen what he could do.
He's not aggressive at all, too. Like he'll pick and choose.
It's a new season. It's a new season.
All right.
We put in work. We put in work in the offseason. We was hungry. It was eating.
Hell yeah.
So I think that this is finally the year that he becomes the actual number one. I think that although LeBron has been looking pretty good in preseason, he's looking very healthy. I think that at the end of the day, he's getting older. I think he's going to have good averages. I think he's going to do pretty well when it comes to being a playmaker on that floor. But I think with AD's his play on both ends. Shut up, nigga. I didn't know you're still watching, nigga. Get out of here.
Terrible.
Hey, Devin, if you watched these picks, who was the worst pick for which award? Let us know in the comments. But keep going.
But so yeah, I think that as long as he can stay healthy, if he, is reinvigorated man, if he's consistent on the offensive end, I think that his defensive prowess plus if he averages like 27, 28, I think that I've already predicted them to be a higher seed. Yeah. What do you say? It cut out.
No, I just said that's a lot of points. 28 for.
I mean, what he averaged 26 last season.
I just think our team, I'm definitely with you, DPOY. He's my pick, and I think he's gonna win that. But I think we have a lot of talent, especially offensively. And what Hassan said, he gets passive sometimes. Especially with the team we have now, he's gonna be more than willing to pass the ball up and take possessions off. I see what you're saying. I think he's gonna have a really good year, and I think he will have one of the best offensive seasons he had in a minute. But I just don't think it's MVP level. You know what I mean?
He doesn't have an MVP mentality, bro. Let's keep it.
Yeah, well, like I said, things could change. I think that, and the same way you guys said that we have a really stacked team, I think that could also benefit him in the ways on the offensive end. It'll open up the floor for him. He could go down the post. He's looking like a much better 3-point shooter this year.
Last year, be tremendous, brother.
Last year, he averaged 26 with no threes, pretty much. Literally shot 1%. If he adds 1 3 a game, point. 2 threes a game, if he adds a 32 a game, I think that's elevating his point total just in general. I think that they're going to space the floor so that he can work one-on-one against bigs, and none of those bigs can really guard him. Who are you going to say one-on-one is going to guard AD in the paint? He can, his mid-range game is good. His post game is good. He could bang down low. He could catch lobs. I think that he's one of the most versatile players. No, I did not pick all Lakers. I picked a few. But yeah, so that's why I got AD as the MVP. When touching on people like Tatum, I think that Tatum, his team is actually what?
You said touching on Tatum.
That's crazy. Yeah, but Tatum, I think that part of why he hasn't gotten the MVP so far, although he averages 30 and he's the first seed, is that his team has consistently been stacked since the day he walked in the league. I think that they got even better this year with adding Porzingis and Drew. So I feel like that kind of takes away his MVP case a little bit. I understand that may not be that fair, but
you just said AD is going to be better because he got more players.
Yeah, and Tatum.
No, I'm saying AD's stats are going to go up, but I'm saying Tatum, he's already been averaging 30 a bunch of times. I think that hurts his narrative more than because the Lakers, I would say, they're not stacked. You know what I mean? We have really good role players, and we have LeBron. But when it comes to the Celtics, they're damn near a super team if it wasn't for the Bucks. But having Porzingis, Drew, I think that takes away from his MVP case.
I said do one bold prediction, but your whole fucking ballot was bold prediction.
Lakers.
And yeah, so going into that bold prediction, that's why I didn't want to get my bold prediction earlier. Is because Book does have a chance. I was thinking about that. If they're a first seed and he's averaging something like 29 or something, who knows?
I don't think he has a chance.
MVP.
I think
he has a chance. If he's outperforming KD, he has a chance.
Dark horse. I'll give him a dark horse, but he's not a top 5 candidate right now.
But yeah, my bold prediction:
Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal being on the team and them having offensive output's gonna hurt. But
don't forget Nurkic. He's good.
That is true. I feel like it's the same point for Tatum. But I feel like since Book is a newer thing, I feel like he'll be in the. I mean, they've been top seeds before, but I think he's showing that he's taking a step up in his game. But yeah,
he strikes me as
people is going to be hard for him.
I think Book makes all NBA first team this year. I think MVP's a stretch though.
Yeah.
First team though, that's realistic. He could easily make first team All NBA, and he hasn't done that. I don't think in the past. So, MVP again might be a stretch.
Respectfully, who's going to guard us?
He is going to average assists, but it's more about the numbers. Like, yeah, his numbers will look nice, but a lot of players are going to be putting up crazy numbers. Like Shea put up crazy numbers.
There's like 5 or 6 players last year averaged 30.
Yeah, so
but seed also matters.
Yeah, but again, I think it's just like there's some like for MVP when we come to these top players, some of the intangibles, the narratives, like the leadership.
Yeah, media doesn't even like Booker like that too, bro.
Who?
Media.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, I know it's silly to say that, but this shit does matter when we get to like the main award like this.
Yeah.
We saw last year one dude, they were accusing the voters of being racist, and Jokic lost the award.
Yeah. Kendrick Perkins. I think Jimmy Hirler made a video about like how Jokic lost the MVP award right when that like moment happened.
Yeah, he did. I remember seeing that.
Like everything went down. His stats are still like skyrocketing, but the attention went down because of the racism comment.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Kendrick Perkins single-handedly ended his MVP.
Yeah, he gave Joel Embiid the MVP award.
What's your bold prediction, Omari? I know you're waiting to say it.
So my bold prediction, the reason I couldn't say it beforehand is because my list was that bold prediction. I got the 80 double crown plus the chip, and dare I say, maybe in the finals MVP.
He's gonna win every.
No, I think. No, I think
also MVP too.
If we win the finals, he'll win Finals MVP. Like, I don't think LeBron's at that point in his career anymore. But MVP, honestly, I just can't do it, bro.
Nah, I'm doing. Yeah, that's why it's my bold prediction.
LeBron James, bro. Like LeBron, you're already in a losing battle with him and his career and everything. Like
the only reason I say dare I say the Finals MVP is that LeBron is LeBron. So when it comes to something like a series like the finals, he might just turn 23 again, and just you know what I mean? Like he's LeBron, it's LeBron James, so it's like you
can have only one good game and they'll give it to him off of like legacy stuff.
I don't know. I think LeBron wants AD to get the Finals MVP.
Plus, AD doesn't play aggressive every single game too. At least LeBron will like impact.
We changed the narrative, Hassan. We changed the narrative.
Defensively, he's gonna show up defensively every time.
Every game.
I think if he has, there's some games where we'll give you like 11 points, bro.
We changing the narrative.
Yeah, we changed the narrative. I think if he has a top tier season and they go all the way, that's my bold prediction. He's going to have a full season of awards. He's going to be accurately decorated, properly decorated. You know, he deserves these accolades. He's always been one of the best in the league, and injuries have kept him out of a lot of award talks. So I think that this is his year. I'm big on him this year. So I think he's coming for the double crown plus the chip. And dare I say, Finals MVP.
Dare I say. Actually, I think this one I have is a good one. I don't think we've talked about this team yet. It was pretty hard for me to think about a bold prediction because I think I've already said most of them. But I would say that Trae Young will request a trade mid-season this year.
Damn,
I think it's realistic, but also bold too, being the stage of his career. I think, like I said before, Omari and Trae Young tandem won't work, and I think he'll start to grow frustrated with his role and how the team's performing. He's always been a kind of a big social media guy and expressing his feelings on the internet, like John Morant and the gun, the blicky. But I think Trae Young, his frustration will be shown, and he will request a trade because this team is not good to me. So there's already been rumors about him going to the Lakers last year too.
That's good. Yeah, I mean they've been throwing his name around for a minute. Like
so it's gonna become a reality.
You guys already know about how I feel about the Thunder, so I won't say that again. My bold prediction, I had one, and then another one that's like not really that bold, but I'm gonna go with my really bold one. I don't believe this, by the way. This is again bold prediction. I think
you got to believe your prediction.
I mean, I think this could happen. I just don't think it will. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think it's a possibility. I just don't think it's likely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see it happening. Worst case scenario. I think the 76ers could fall to the play-in.
Okay, no, that's just no.
I think
Embiid gets hurt.
That's what I'm saying. I think Harden won't be there. They're gonna get pennies on a dollar for him. Maxey is nice, but he can't hold it down by himself. Embiid's
Tobias.
Okay.
And I think Embiid will miss. I don't want to like put injury on his name, but I think he will miss enough games, or not. I don't think he will, but I think he could. Let me say that he could miss enough games where it hurts them and makes them fall all the way to the plan. I think there's a lot of turmoil with this team internally. You know, new coach. I know the coach is amazing, but I think there's a small chance that if things go really wrong, if Harden like shows up to practice with a machete or something and like causes drama, I don't know. But like if the worst case scenario, I could see this team just imploding and falling all the way to the plan.
If that happens, Joel, that'll be the last.
And I think potentially Joel could request a trade.
Yeah,
I think if that happens, he's out of there.
I think another one of mine was Donovan Mitchell requesting a trade this year too.
I don't think that's that bold.
Yeah.
My other one that was kind of bold was Anthony Edwards leads the league in scoring. For Hassan, he probably don't believe that, but I think it could happen. I think it's not that crazy.
Mikal becoming an
all-star.
30 piece. Mikal being an all-star this year is my bold prediction. Omari.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm seconding that one. Nah, it depends. It depends on his team and where they are. But
Ben Simmons becomes an all-defensive player, all-NBA player.
You see, what's the name?
All NBA is crazy.
All NBA is crazy.
Didn't he make the All NBA team back in his Philly days? Or
yeah,
he did.
How many does he have? Like 3, right?
Yeah, like 3 or something.
Yeah,
but
this is crazy. That fall off is so crazy. I do hope he comes back. Like at first, it was like a meme. Like
kind of deserved it though. Like the way he just quit on his team.
One All NBA. Sorry, just one.
I agree. Especially like the whole not shoot, like the blaming
3 all defense
for not shooting yourself. Like that's just crazy. So. But I do think these days I hope he does have because I like, you know, at the end of the day I like basketball, so I like watching him play.
He looks kind of back. He looks definitely better than last year. I'll say that for what I've seen.
Yeah, he definitely looks better than last year. More explosive.
I could see him going for like a light 12, 6, and 7 this year.
Maybe even better than that. I think he can make an all defensive team this year.
Yeah, I'm being conservative. I don't want to put too much on his plate. Just get back to double-digit points.
Not too much pressure. Not too much pressure.
They have a good defensive team, so I think that'll help him defensively, and he'll make the all defense.
See, you wanna put up Devin's?
Yeah. Let's. I got the comments here. I just want to not cut Hassan off, but this is Devin's bold prediction. Gabe would love this one because he feels the same way. Personally,
not happening.
I could see playing, but no shot they make the playoffs. The West is too deep, man. Unfortunately, 7 teams in the West can be contenders. It's
like
going
to be Ime Udoka. They did pick up Victor Oladipo, another veteran on the team. I don't know if they keep him or not, but him being back in Houston can somewhat help. So that
I don't think he's going to play. He tore his quad, didn't he? In the playoffs last year
with the Heat, yeah.
Well, I think that's he did last
year.
The
second time too. That's the second time he quad.
But he tore it at the end of the year. It's not like he tore it during, so he still got it's a long recovery. You got to tear something. 8 months.
He'll be back though. He'll be back.
Some point. But
I think they don't stand a chance. I think the OKC Thunder have a better chance of making it to the playoffs than the Rockets.
I agree. I mean, you know that, but even then, again, play-in is a possibility. But I was looking at the West. You could argue the top 6, which are just the playoff teams, are all contenders for a championship, not even just a playoff spot. So it's going to be tough.
No, they're not real contenders.
But who are the real contenders? Let's get to them. Our predictions for who the Western Conference / Eastern Conference matchups are.
I think our Eastern Conference ones should be the same.
Yeah, I got the Bucks and Celtics, and I got the Bucks winning in 6 as my prediction for the Eastern
Conference. We got to choose our winners too. All right.
How you get the finals prediction without choosing a winner?
I got Bucks and Celtics as well. I second that, and I have the Bucks winning in 6 games as well.
Let's go. Me and Hassan agreeing on some.
Yeah, Eastern.
All right. So I'm gonna go some Celtics in 7.
Wow.
I think that this is. Yeah, I think that it's time for. I think it's time for Tatum to get back to the finals. I don't think they're gonna win, but I think that.
I already know who you think's gonna win. Dare I say?
You already know I was gonna win.
I wonder who it is, Hassan.
Dare I say?
Could it be the Kings?
So, you might as well just do your Western Conference final match.
Yeah, you start us off, buddy.
Yeah, my Western Conference, I got Lakers and Suns. I think we're gonna have a generational matchup in that series. I think that this year will be one of the greatest playoffs that we've ever seen in our lives.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be the resurgence of NBA basketball. think it's gonna be
Hey, don't forget we got an in-season tournament this year too. So
yeah, hopefully that's
Oh, yeah,
good
huh.
too.
We'll talk about that eventually. I don't even know how to. I was like, you can't even predict that. It's like,
First,
yeah.
see
we'll
how it
talk
goes.
about it when
Yeah.
it gets here.
All right, but yeah. So I got the Lakers and Suns. I got
Who's gonna win
Lakers.
the Western
Lakers in
Conference
3.
Finals MVP?
Huh?
Who's gonna win the Western Conference Finals MVP?
AD.
I forgot that shit was even a thing. No, I'll give it to LeBron just so AD can get the.
No AD. No,
yeah, I'll give it to AD
crown?
for the finals.
Austin Reeves. I'll give it to Austin Reeves.
Yeah, hey, you never know.
Magic Johnson Finals MVP. Or
You know what's crazy though? Like if you have a crazy just Western Conference, they'd give it to you. Like if Jaylen Brown went stupid and Jason Tatum was on weak shit, they'd give it to Jaylen Brown because it's just off the one series. It's not off like the whole playoffs.
But yeah, so
I
I got
feel
the
like
Lakers.
Caleb Martin should have won the Finals MVP over Jimmy Butler.
Who?
Caleb Martin.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Or sorry, Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Yeah, I know. Get the fuck out of here. I know what you meant. You still.
I mean, it was one from him winning it.
Bro, you never given that shit to a role player unless he played really, really good, but like
he deserved it though.
Iguodala.
It's not like Jimmy was awful.
He wasn't awful, but I think that Caleb Martin was the reason why they won the last game.
If it was like a Tatum in the finals against the Warriors type situation where he was just bad and other guys were good, I would give it to you. But Jimmy played good enough for me to just like, he's the star player. He did fine.
Give the award to the role player, man. Without him, they wouldn't have went as far, and that's a fact.
Who you got in the Western Conference Finals, Hassan?
I got the Suns and the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, this nigga! Oh my, extra! Oh my god!
I said, I think the Warriors are 4th seed. I think they're underdogs. A lot of NBA media agrees with me. They think they're a top 10 team in the NBA, and I think Klay Thompson, like I said, on the contract year. According to Woj, they stopped contract negotiations, so he's feeling some type of way. Got to earn his money. I think Stephen Curry, we know who he is, top 10 player ever, and we know that they're getting slept on this year. We know my team getting slept on. Like I said, Chris Paul, 6th man of the year. So I got Warriors in 7.
Okay, now that you're done spewing that nonsense, I got the Nuggets and Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. I think we see a rematch. I think Lakers get their get back this time around. We're deeper. The Nuggets, they lost depth. Jokic, he's looking forward to riding horses in Serbia. Yeah. So Lakers take this one in 7. I think AD comes back with a vengeance. We have a lot more help from the other guys. D'Lo had an awful series. I think he's going to come back on timing as well. I got Lakers in 7, which sets up probably the obvious, what we basically gave our finals prediction. So I got the Lakers and Bucks. You guys can give yours, although we pretty much understand theirs. But I got Lakers and Bucks, and I got the Lakers taking it in 7 games. This is the year. I think LeBron wins his championship with LA, and says goodbye to the NBA, or he goes to play with his son. Either way, one of those two things. I don't really know.
LeBron James will never win another championship in the NBA.
Neither will Steph Curry.
Well, going to my pick, I have
you're a crackhead if you actually
the Warriors versus the Bucks, and I think Steph Curry will.
Oh my god,
his 5th ring.
Come on, you talking about my
Bucks, bro? Really? Are you no?
Damn, you here?
I think
that's crazy. Like it's already bad enough you
will
to win the Western Conference
last
Finals.
ring of his career. I think this is the best team and the best shot to do it.
But do you hear this guy? Okay, Lakers have a good team though. Like we up there.
The Warriors have a good team
picking
too.
the Warriors.
Do they have a good team? They're always good.
They're not better than the Nuggets. They're not better than the Suns. They're not better than the Lakers. They might not even be better
30
than
on our team. I think Klay Thompson will have a comeback year. We have one of the best defensive players of the decade in Draymond Green, and he's still pretty good. So I think as long as we get to the finals, I think 30 will take us there to the promised land like he usually does.
Yeah.
Beats everybody except LeBron James, and LeBron James is 40 years old and the oldest man in the NBA. So
I hope the Warriors meet the Lakers again in the playoffs.
They're gonna lose,
and I hope so too. That's the dub. We coming back.
Put them back. It's gonna be Curry.
Dare I say, Stephen Curry wins another Finals MVP.
It's different, man. That's wild.
I'm gonna be honest. If the Clippers are healthy, I would pick them to beat the Warriors.
And I'll pick them to beat the Lakers too.
Why are you tripping?
Okay, I mean, but they definitely beat the Warriors, and I know the Lakers will, and the Suns will, and the Nuggets will. So it's like you got that many teams to worry about.
Keep sleeping.
Listen, look forward. Look
Shit,
forward
give me
to
the
seeing
thunder.
another.
You know that Curry celebration. You know the Curry
Nah.
celebration.
Look forward to another good.
This is me
picture.
on the Warriors
Draymond,
this year.
Look, Draymond and LeBron gonna be dapping it up, hugging right after the game. Draymond gonna be like, "Thank you, man.
I'm gonna join you
Thank
next
for
year.
letting me play against you again. Thank you for letting me play against you again. I'm so happy we can
I'll
see
hold
each
your
other in
drinks for you
playoffs."
after you win this chip. Don't worry.
Nah, yeah, this nigga's done, man.
I was
The Warriors dynasty is done for. LeBron ended it last year.
One more.
They're over here trying to play Moses Moody.
Yeah, he's good.
That's it.
Moses Moody.
Nah, I think the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets.
Nuggets for sure.
The
The
season
Suns,
hasn't
man.
even started yet. And saying they're blatantly the best two teams.
Yeah, you can't say the Suns are blatantly the best. I mean, there's
All
concerns for the
predictions,
Suns, bro.
Curry's
There's a lot of concerns for the Suns.
They
Like
have
their
the Nuggets
offense,
too. Nuggets are definitely not the same team that they were
Well,
last year.
they're the defending champs. You got to give them respect a little bit.
I'll give them respect, but I don't think they'll get back to that. So one,
it's hard to repeat.
Omari, I mean, I'm pretty sure we know your finals prediction, but you want to just like talk about it a little bit. Lakers, Celtics, the elite rivalry.
I said Warriors in 7, right? Did I say Warriors in 7?
Of course you do. We know.
All right. Just the amount of games.
Warriors gonna get swept in the first round.
Yeah.
They
that's-
might.
They
might
see the
miss the
Lakers.
playoffs.
They have never gotten swept, but LeBron and Lakers have.
That don't matter.
They've lost in the play until LeBron and the Lakers.
Never got swept.
They didn't get a chance to.
1-0 is a sweep.
It's a game.
No, that's right.
I mean, I guess I put it like that. One game is a sweep.
But yeah, I got the legendary matchup this year. I think that the Illuminati has put in their bids to have this battle for 18. I think it's going to be a legendary season. I think that the NBA is a business at the end of the day.
You're basically saying they're rigging this match.
No, just playing around. No, but I do think we'll see another Lakers Celtics battle.
I would love that, honestly. I really would.
And I think the Lakers just putting hands on these bums. I don't think that they have the facilities to handle Anthony Davis. So I think
Not
that
Tingus Pingus.
Yeah, Tingus is gonna get shit on. He's gonna have him twerking on the floor. So I think that then the Lakers gonna put him away. I say 6 or 7, but I say 6 because they nice. And it's LeBron James.
He's 40. He is 40. Oldest man in the league.
What,
Yeah,
bro,
cooking.
you picked a team full of geezers. We have one. We have one geezer. You have 3.
My oldest man is 35.
Draymond Green got
You have 3 35-year-olds.
That's good enough. That means they're seasoned players.
Oh, that's
They're cooked.
LeBron
Seasoned. They're burnt.
They're cooked.
LeBron seasoned up. He like caked up a season in.
Concerns with the Suns, but we thinking the Lakers get a chip, bro.
Yes.
Lakers got concerns too. I never said that, but you saying like the Suns don't have concerns and the Lakers do though. Like that's all I'm saying.
Every team has concerns in the NBA.
Yeah, I think I think
the
the Bucks have the least in my opinion.
Yeah, Celtics and Bucks.
Well, they lost a lot of depth too.
Celtics?
That is their only concern though.
That's
I think
that's their
literally
Bucks.
that's it. And
I said Malik Beasley is good enough to take away from Grayson Allen, but that's
I don't think he is, but I think under the radar, Marjon Beauchamp. He's been good in G League for these last few years. So let's see. I mean, someone's gonna have to take a step, and I think he has the most upside. So I'm
Bobby's still off the bench too.
Yeah, he's gonna be solid until but it's just the 7 through like 10 that they need to figure out.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be an interesting season.
Speaking of depth, that's the Suns' concern too. Like they need to figure out not even 7 through 10. They need to figure out 5 through.
I think they
the
do
rest
have
of their
depth,
roster.
I feel like they have depth, but
I mean they have depth, but I just
yourself.
they have depth, but I just don't know which of the depth players is they're all equal level. They got to figure out who the guys are that are better. It's like, is it Keita Bates Diop? Is it Yuta? Is it it's just
Allen, Eric Gordon.
Exactly.
Eric Gordon for sure. Eric Gordon is gonna be
he's older there though. I don't know.
But
maybe in the playoffs.
He's been consistent a lot. I feel like even on teams like they're gonna.
You want to do opening night predictions?
No.
On opening.
I mean, I guess we could. Let me pull it up. Was it just the Lakers game?
2 games.
Who's the other game?
It's funny how they just do 2 games opening night and then like 20 games.
Oh yeah, I think on the next day, like
every team else.
Yeah.
So we'll just do 2 games and let you guys digest the new season coming in.
You get 13 games on the next day, like.
Okay, so
can you put this up on the stream screen or no?
I can hold up. Share screen. Okay. Fuck, I could. Wow, I didn't even know. That's pretty cool. I can literally share just a tab. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I was doing with my predicts.
Yeah, this is probably going to be the only predicts we do before
Good
playoffs.
problem to have. It is, but it's gonna, it's gonna take growing pains. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway.
Right. Lakers Nuggets. I remember AD hyping up this game, talking about we want to.
Yeah, we're getting our
get
get back.
Talking about the race. Yeah,
He's going
I heard he wants to get back. Mike Malone's not worried, but you know how he's hyping him up in the locker room, talking about, oh, he said this, he said that. They still think they're better than us, yada yada. So I think I'm going with the Lakers though. Game one. I think Anthony Davis will be aggressive.
Finally, he's with us.
Some good Laker talk today. So yeah, I think Anthony Davis will actually be aggressive in the first game of the season. Yeah, and I think he'll be the reason why you guys win.
I think they're gonna see the Nuggets get their rings before the game because that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna be like, "No, they should have been ours," and they're really going at least get this opening day victory to let them know, send a message that you guys might have won last year, got the chip, but we're still here. We're still here.
We here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the Lakers is gonna make a statement with this game.
No.
Interestingly, Denver's favored by 4.5, but they don't know what we know, so it's fine.
The champions.
Defending. Who's home?
The Nuggets are. They're getting their rings there.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I think that I still think the Lakers will come in there and ruin their night. So
that's what I'm saying. We're gonna see that. Be like,
Warriors. Warriors.
All right, who you got?
He's gonna shit on his old team.
Got the Warriors back home. They rarely lose games at home. I think that's going to continue
till this year.
Chris Paul, he got some revenge for them trading him. He gonna come out swinging.
Really, I didn't even realize that till now. Chris Paul revenge game, first game of the season.
First game of the season when he's actually healthy and has some legs under him. So the flopping will be alive in that game for sure.
Some legs.
I think Klay Thompson, he got something for Devin Booker. He got 4 rings.
Man,
he coming back with that energy.
Well,
he remember what happened.
He gonna tear someone trying to go.
Devin Booker saying, "Oh, respectfully, I don't think anybody's willing to guard us. I don't bet on games, Devin. You know this."
Not Warriors.
But if you were to, would you?
Huh?
If you were to theoretically bet, would you put all your money on the Warriors?
Of course. Yeah.
Theoretically,
Kevin Durant, he's coming back to the Warriors, but who cares about Kevin Durant? This is not about Kevin Durant. This is about the Golden State Warriors and Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green coming back from injury. Chris Paul.
Is Draymond even playing this game?
You see Jonathan Kuminga averaging like 26 points.
Draymond's going to be out.
Yeah, Draymond's not even playing.
No, he's coming back. He's questionable.
But is he playing game 1?
Yeah.
I know he's going to come back. But
they said he's going to be out for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, I guess he's a superhuman because they said he's questionable. He's coming back.
He went to the German doctors.
Yeah, he went to the Aaron Rodgers doctor.
He got some good. He licked LeBron's sweat glands.
Yeah. Who else? Jonathan Kuminga. Like I said, he's averaging 26 in the preseason. This is his year to take that step. That pick and roll with him and CP. Woo, I can't wait for opening night. Warriors 1-0. Let's go.
Yo, this is the same propaganda. This is worse than Lakers stuff.
I'm going with the Suns. I mean, I could see the Warriors winning, but the Suns are a better team. I think Nurkic, KD, Beal, Booker is elite on offense. They still got, again, the role players, I'm concerned. I think we're going to see that tomorrow night, or not tomorrow, what am I saying? Tuesday night. We're going to see like a bunch of players go in and out the lineup. Like they're going to try, I think Frankie V is going to try like a bunch of different players, which he should. The regular season is the time to experiment with all these rotations. But
not game 1, boy.
Yeah, I mean, well, you got to start game 1. I mean, it's a good growing process, but because of that, I could see the Warriors winning, but I think the talent just outweighs by a wide margin. No one can guard KD on that team. I mean, their tallest player is Klay Thompson, so it's rough. I'm gonna go with the Suns winning this game. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, they're gonna make a statement with their new offensive trio. Yeah, I gotta go with the Suns.
Yeah, big facts, man. I feel like really, what was it? KD you said who's gonna guard him?
Was that Klay? I think it's gonna be power forward, so Klay probably will guard Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I think
Klay. You said Klay's playing power forward.
He's guarding power forwards this year. Apparently, they're gonna try that out.
Oh, so. No way you picked him to win the finals.
He's not even gonna last the whole season.
Top 5 coach in the league, bro.
He can't coach height, bro.
You can coach
Yeah,
hard.
I think that the Suns are gonna be just too good. I think that it's gonna be really hard to guard all three of them. You know, Book and KD. I would say they all three have the power to average 30, but I think Beal's a little bit past that. But no, I'm saying like the capabilities, like
the ability. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like but
Imagine
Book
a
and
team that
KD
all
are
average 30
virtually
points a game.
unguardable.
That'll be funny.
Book and
that would
KD
ever
are
happen?
unguardable right now, so I think it's gonna be pretty hard for any of them to. It's like if you try to focus on one, the other's gonna kill you. Beal's there.
Oh, we got a 60% chance of winning.
Yeah, you're favored.
Yeah,
you're at home.
Yeah, we're a home team. We never lose at home. Know that.
Never.
We do. I mean, but I'm exaggerating.
Yeah, let's see.
But you guys are one of the best home teams. At least you were last year. You were
every year, damn near. We don't lose at home.
It'll be a close game. Hopefully, both these games are good, which they should be. Yeah, I mean, I could see either team winning except the Nuggets. Fuck them.
I remember we beat down on the Lakers last year.
Yeah, that's different.
Oh, is that the Russ saga? Yeah.
Yeah, the Russ saga.
We wanted to lose that game because we rostered Russell Westbrook.
I thought James Wiseman was going to be the future of our team. I remember that debate we had with him in LaMelo Ball.
Trying to see his games on day 2. Anything interesting? I really think not really. I mean, the Thunder, I think they're going to beat the Bulls.
I can't be able to predict.
Something interesting. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
That'll be.
Remember RJ last time had a game winner?
Is that on ESPN? That one?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
I think that'll be a good game. That'll probably be the best game of these. Oh,
it's that one and then Mavericks Spurs. Oh, Wemby. Okay. Obvious fucking league.
Trailblazers Clippers might be interesting.
No, hell no.
Yeah, I think the Clippers gonna shit.
Not week 1. Maybe when Kawhi's knees.
I'll let Kawhi's knees start to hurt.
I was thinking about this, like we talk about all these injury-prone players, and you know, a lot of them get injured due to like random unrelated injuries. You know, like sprained wrist, then AD hurts his foot, then it's an ankle. Bro, Kawhi, it's concerning because it's the same thing. It's knees every single time. Like,
dude, have you seen him walk? He looks like he's a grandpa.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't have many years left, bro. I think he's got 2 good years left in him max. Like, it's the same thing. That's concerning. Like, AD is injury prone, but it's different injuries. Kawhi is the same thing.
I mean, that's not good either. But
I mean, I'd rather get like a sprained wrist and then a sprained ankle than fucking tear my ACL.
Terrible knees.
twice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm concerned for Kawhi, but game 1 he'll be there.
Many years left. I think if he tears his ACL one more time, he's done for.
I think you might.
I mean, the money's too good, man. He's living it up, playing 20, 30 games.
He was gonna pay him regardless.
Yeah.
I don't even think he cares about winning anymore, to be real.
No,
like,
I mean
he's
neither.
cool just,
He says, let me just show up one of some of these playoff games, get hurt, and let them re-up.
It's like I'm gonna remind you how good I am for one game, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
I think the Cavs and Nets might be a good game too.
Yeah. Who cares about that game for game 1?
Shut up, nigga. I'm talking about just like the game itself. I don't think anyone.
Putting up all these games on monitors, and what day is it? Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, I'm putting all these games up.
You'll watch it ESPN once.
All right, that is a wrap. I think.
Oof, 2 hours.
We've been
3-man weave today.
Yeah, I mean, good pod today. We got through a lot. NFL predictions, NBA award predictions, some opening night recap. So thanks to everyone for tuning in, aka Devin. Appreciate y'all. I don't know why Gabe didn't pull up. I don't know what he was doing, but he should have.
He's in Vegas. Isaac's someone who we don't know why he pulled up. Like,
you never know.
Appreciate you, Devin, our biggest fan. We got to have you on the show next time. Get on the Zoom pod, or not the Zoom, the StreamYard pod one of these times.
Yeah, next week.
Or he can just pull up. Yeah, he's pull up to the crib.
If you want to do the picks with us, you could do it. We'd love to add you in the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate y'all tuning in on this episode. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.